sure it's Zeke Fair, but it is Zeke Fair. Thank you.
Check, check. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tom Lang Park for today's game between the visiting Weyburn 57s and your Weyburn Beavers. Introducing the umpires for today's game behind home plate is Zeke Fair. At first base is Ron Chucha. And our third base umpire is Eric Pisada. Introducing the starting batting order for the visiting Weyburn 57s. In center field, number 11, Adam Rowland. Left field, number 23, Lucas Geisler. Number 33, Jake Hiromoto is our designated hitter. First base is number 34, Keegan Miller.
Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Tom Lang Park in Weyburn, Saskatchewan for this rescheduled afternoon contest between the Weyburn Beavers and the Swift Current 57s. I'm John Preddy, joined by Dylan Fiesel today on color, and we're looking forward to bringing you this exciting WCBL baseball clash.
Yeah, it's looking like a great day for ball. Interesting when you look outside and see the sunshine that this is a rescheduled game, but we've had some stormy weather earlier on today, and it looks like we're going to get some more later on tonight as well. There's apparently tornado risks, large hail and things like that, so we'll see how it goes tonight.
Taking a look at the Citrix East Division standings, the Saskatoon Berries lead the way at 5-2, followed by the Moose Jaw Miller Express and the Weyburn Beavers tied for second at 3-3. Tied for fourth spot, the Medicine Hat Mavericks and the Regina Red Sox at 3-4, and the Swift Current 57s in fifth with a 2-3 mark in a tight East Division.
Well, and for the Beavers, too, losing the first three and then a three-game win streak, starting to find their rhythm. We'll see if they can continue it here today.
Starting outfield for the Weyburn Beavers today, number 8, Joe Medill in left field. In center field, number 3, Hugh Montgomery. And Gunnar Ferguson, number 4, with the start in right field today. Across the infield, at third base, it'll be number 14, Dax Brown. At shortstop, number 5 is Ryan Weaver. Will Sevier at second base, and wearing number 28, Braden Mayencourt, number 7, starts at first base. Rob Gurney, number 10, is behind the plate, and Josh Pritchard, the starting pitcher for today's game. The batting order for Swift Current. Leading it off, the center fielder, Adam Rowland. He'll be followed by the number 2 hitter, Lucas Geisler. In left field, the DH is Jake Hiromoto, and he's off to a fantastic start, 478 with 4 home runs. Keegan Nowler, the first baseman, and batting fourth. Jake Roggensack is the second baseman, and he will bat fifth. The number 6 hitter, Keaton Dickey, is the right fielder today. Catcher Jude Pacheco bats seventh. Malachi Jaramillo is at third base and batting eighth. And rounding out the order, the shortstop, Anthony Hector. Well, welcome back. We're just ready to get underway. The umpires for today's game, the Hope plate umpire is Zeke Fair. Down at first base is the veteran Ron Shuchuk, and at third base, another veteran, Derek Casada. Josh Pritchard, the starting pitcher, and he's been dynamite for the Beavers so far this season. This is his second start. He appeared in one relief appearance. He does not have a one-loss record. 8 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 8 hits, 7 runs, only 2 of them earned. 5 strikeouts to go along with 2 bases on balls and an ERA of 2.08, which in this league is really good.
Yeah, obviously a bit of a shorter sample size, but he's been dealing it. The eye test is there. It flies off his hand, and he'll need it today against the 57s.
It's nice to see the Beavers have 3 really good starters and maybe more, but that's what we've established so far. And Will Sevier, no slouch himself. So 4 guys that can be counted on to start games for the Weyburn Beavers.
Well, and these two teams not too long ago faced off in Speedy Creek out in Swift Current. Now, that game did end in the top of the 9th due to a rain delay, but it was more of a football game than a baseball game. 16-13 in favor of the Beavers before a rain delay ended up, as I'm mentioning, taking it out at the top of the 9th. So we'll see what we get here today.
Well, when you look at that, 2 nights ago, a slugfest in Swift Current, and then last night, De Silva goes the distance for Swift Current in a 3-2 ball game. So who knows what to expect. Leading things off for the 57s, number 11, the center fielder, Adam Rowland. Rowland on the year, 18 at-bats, 3 hits, and a fly ball there. That is corralled by Joe Medill for the first out of the game.
First pitch, first out for Pritchard. Good start.
He was really efficient in his previous start as we get a look at it. Decent contact there, but right at Joe Medill, and he reaches up and makes the play.
Yeah, rolling first pitch hacking, and we'll see if it's a start of an immaculate inning.
Lucas Geisler to the plate. Geisler, a .294 average, 5 hits in 17 at-bats. And that's hit in the air to right center, and it gets past Gunnar Ferguson. Ooh. And Geisler falls, or that would have been extra bases. So a really long single as Geisler tripped coming around first.
Yeah, that's a hard hit single coming around first. Just ended up toe picking a little bit, but still a good piece of hitting there. Gets guy on base.
We might get a really good look at it here. See if he caught it on the bag, or he did. He caught the corner of the bag, and down goes Geisler.
Yeah, and obviously you see him smiling there. Teammates start bugging him, but hey, that's how it happens.
A runner aboard for the 57s. And Jake Hiramoto, just the guy that the 57s want at the plate. 478, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs. Had 2 home runs in that game 2 nights ago that was suspended at 16-13. Pritchard hit right in the zone there, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the first. Little how do you do move over to 1.
Yeah, not a bad lead over there at first base. We'll see if maybe an opportunity to take off, although we'll see on this secondary lead here.
Popped up. Weaver has a beat on it at short, and looked like he battled a little bit there, but came up with the ball and made the play 2 away.
Yeah, that's a good catch there from Weaver at short. That ball is a mile in the air, and there's a bit of a breeze here. That's not an easy play to make. Good on Weaver to adjust and make the play, get the second out.
So 2 up, 2 down for Josh Pritchard, and that will bring Keegan Noller to the plate. Noller on the year, a .273 average. 6 hits and 22 at-bats. He has 3 doubles and an RBI on the year. And that's lifted in the air in foul territory and out of play.
Ooh.
That sounds like a hard hit.
Yeah, right off the deck here, right in behind the Weyburn Beavers dugout. thanks for the roof on that. No harm, no foul. Of course, always got to keep your eyes open at the ballpark.
Got to keep those talented Access Now camera people safe over there.
I hope they brought their ball gloves.
0-2 count. Pritchard goes upstairs with the fastball and misses 1-2. Breaking ball fouled back to the screen.
How's that sounding there?
Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, in the 57s, they're hacking early on in this ball game. They want to get a piece of Pritchard early. See here, 1-2.
Asked for the appeal and not granted by Ron Chuchuk, and I believe correctly so.
Yeah, good hold on that one.
Josh Pritchard from Surrey, BC, attends the University of Wisconsin Superior. And a good at-bat by Keegan Nowler here as he works a full count.
Yeah, worked the 0-2 count all the way full. Good piece of hitting here, and obviously try and run up the pitch count a little bit early.
Runner goes and fooled them. Nowler swings through it. The 57s do not score. They do get 1 hit. There was 1 runner left on base. And after a half inning, we're still scoreless here at Tom Lang Park as we take a look at that breaking ball that fooled Keegan Nowler.
That's a sword right there, and good first top half of the inning for Pritchard.
Play along and win. Fans, be sure to check out the Weyburn Beavers website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for all things Beavers.
Don't worry about us. The breaks are shorter here, so you just do your thing in there and don't worry about us. Welcome back. We're going to check the starting lineups here in the bottom half of the first inning. The starting outfield for the 57s, Lucas Geisler in left field, Adam Rowland in center, and Keaton Dickey is the right fielder today. Across the infield is Mr. Malachi Jaramillo at third, Anthony Hector at short, Jake Roggensack is the second baseman, and Keegan Nowler is at first. Jude Pacheco is the catcher, and the starting pitcher is Gavin Lippa. The batting order for the Weyburn Beavers in center field, number 3, Hugh Montgomery. In left field, it's Joe Medill, number 8. Number 12, Austin Boylan is the DH today and batting third. Braden Mancourt, number 7, at first base and batting fourth. Will Sevier is at second base and he'll bat fifth. Robert Gurney moves to the 6th spot. Second leading hitter on the Beavers at 308 and he'll bat 6th. Ryan Weaver, the shortstop, bats 7th. Dax Brown is the third baseman today and he'll bat 8th. Gunnar Ferguson in right field and batting 9th for your hometown Weyburn Beavers. The starting pitcher for the 57s, Gavin Lippa. Small body of work, but enters the game with an 18 earned run average. We'll get you a little bit more detail on Mr. Lippa. He has started 1 game, went 2 innings. He allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, all 4 of them earned, and does not appear to have a strikeout on the season. Oh, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Or is that 2 walks and no strikeouts?
2 walks, no strikeouts.
2
Yeah,
walks, no
very
strikeouts.
tough inning
So-
for him in that first appearance, and obviously we'll see if he can bounce back here on the road.
And he will do so against Hugh Montgomery. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes strike 1.
And Montgomery's got a ton of wheels. That's why he's in that, starting it off, seeing if those corners will jump in quick.
Outside, 1-1. On the year, a .217 average, but just getting it going. 5 hits in 23 at-bats, 2 doubles, and 6 runs batted in for Hugh Montgomery. Low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Montgomery from Winnipeg, Manitoba, attends Mayville State University in Mayville, North Dakota. And a hard ground ball past the shortstop for a single.
Good contact there from Montgomery early on. Want to put it right up the middle, or at least close to. Gets good speed on that and able to get a past the shortstop, and now you got some wheels on base.
He's been barreling some things up here the last 2-3 games, so that's why he's moved to the top of the order from the 9 hole. And Joe Medill, the Beavers' leading hitter, comes to the plate. Take strike one at the bottom of the zone. Joe, 9 hits and 24 at-bats, 2 doubles, a homer, 3 runs batted in on the year, and one of the league leaders with 7 bases on balls. Inside for ball 1.
Well, it's impressive. Obviously, you saw his average at 375. He can hit it, but, that walk count as well. He's decisive in what he wants to hit. That's a dangerous combo for a hitter, and especially if you're a pitcher trying to throw against him.
Yeah, for a 19-year-old guy from Nanaimo, BC that attends Cochise College, a 531 OBP.
Yeah, great numbers so far, and obviously for the Beavers, they hope that continues.
Lipa checks Hugh Montgomery. Count remains 1 ball, 1 strike. Montgomery goes. The throw down. He's safe. The throw was kind of on time, but hopped sort of funny.
Yeah, and a little bit towards more shortstop as well. Very good pick there for short to grab that and apply that tag. Montgomery, good jump there, but you see he had to pick it up and then reapply that tag, and that was enough for him to get the hand in.
Jammed it right under the bag. That's not coming off. So a runner in scoring position for Medill. Big cut there by Joe. 2-2.
And a big opportunity, as you said, runners in scoring position for the Beavers, take an early lead.
Austin Boylan on deck. He had the big knock the other night with a grand slam in the top of the 9th inning to give the Beavers a 3-run lead in that suspended contest. But first, Joe Medill. And he hits it the other way. That doesn't get down. Geisler makes the play out in left field, 1 away.
Not a bad hit there from Medill, slapping it the opposite way. Just a little bit too much air underneath that hit. Sails it out to the left fielder. Pretty easy catch, and obviously no tag-up situation for Montgomery on second.
So Hugh Montgomery on second base for Austin Boylan. Boylan enters the game with a .238 batting average, 5 for 21 on the year. A double, a home run, and 7 runs batted in, so he'd dearly love to get number 8 right here. Braden Mancourt in the on-deck circle for the Beavers. Breaking ball misses outside to Boylan. 2 balls, no strikes. Look at the coaching boxes for the Beavers. Avery Kirkup, the third base coaching duties, and pitching coach Jackson Henderson down at first base. In the dirt, doesn't get far enough away from the catcher for Hugh Montgomery to advance.
Well, and this might be just a intentional walk, a 3-0 count. See if he can get the force and hopefully maybe a double play opportunity. We'll see.
They're going to remember 2 nights ago when early in the game, Mayencourt deposited one over the right field wall. That gets away from the catcher, and Montgomery's going to advance. Astute base running there by Hugh. He is a very good base runner.
Well, and a good block on the pitch before, but that one just enough away, and Montgomery's got wheels, so you saw there, kind of just handcuffed him a little bit, and that was enough for Montgomery to get into third without a throw. Runners now on the corners with one out.
That's going to be charged a pass ball. It was right in his mitt. So runners on the corners with one out for veteran Braden Mayencourt. Mayo starting to swing it of late, but off to a kind of a slow start by his standards. Breaking ball catches the outside edge for strike one. 3 for 21 to start the year, but a home run and 4 runs batted in for Mayencourt. Will Sevier on deck. Inside, 1-1.
And for the 57s, obviously the double play opportunity is still there. If you can get a ground ball, turn 2 and get out of this inning, that'd be a big one early for Lips.
Runner goes, fouled straight back, the contact play on.
Yeah, that looked like a hit and run scenario there. Not a bad idea. 1-1 count, see if he can get something generating just a little under that pitch, and now 1-2 count.
You put yourself in a situation where Mayencourt gets it in play on the ground, you're going to have a real tough play at second. Outside in the right side batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Boylan has pretty good speed at first base. In the dirt. Good block there by Pacheco.
Yeah, that's a huge block from Pacheco. You still have the double play opportunity if Boylan goes to second. You got 2 runners in scoring position and an opportunity for Mayencourt.
Payoff pitch. That's slapped foul and out of play by the Beavers' career walk leader, Braden Mayencourt. In his fifth season, the native of Surrey, BC, who attended and graduated from Central Baptist College in Conway, Arkansas. And that slapped the other way, and that's going to land in fair territory and bring in the first run of the ball game. RBI single, Braden Mayencourt.
Well, you talked about the veteran presence of Mayencourt in his 5th season. That is a veteran type of hit. Not trying to do too much in a 3-2 count. Worked it for a long time. Just slap it the other way, right down the left field line, drives in a run, and keeps everything going.
When I played minor baseball, I was taught that you choked up on the bat for better bat control with 2 strikes, and that's something that Braden Mayencourt does to this day. So a good contact play there, and the Beavers take a 1-0 lead. Will Sevier first pitch swinging, and that's in foul territory. Scooped up there by Jaramillo.
Pretty nice scoop there from Jaramillo as well. That's a tough play if it runs along that third base line. You're hoping you just touch your bag and get 1 out of that.
Will Sevier, 3 for 25, but really swinging it up and barreling things up lately. Big cut there. He got his best swing off.
Yeah, that was a hefty slice at it. Unfortunately, right through it. Now down 0-2.
Runners on first and second with 1 out. Austin Boylan, the runner at second. Braden Mayencourt, the runner at first. Rob Gertie in the on-deck circle for the Weyburn Beavers. And that's hit on the ground. That's going to get through. And it gets by the left fielder. That's going to be more than Boylan scoring. Here comes Mayencourt. Sevier on his way to third base. And I think that's going to be a single and an error. That plates 2 runs. Beavers lead 3-0.
Yeah, well, good piece of hitting there. Just drives it right through the left side. And Unfortunately, a blunder out in the outfield gets right by him, and instead of one run coming in, it's two, and now a runner on third.
So Rob Gurney with one out. A fly ball would do the trick.
Especially with one out, yeah, getting a runner on third, even a ground ball will most likely get him home.
And Rob has been swinging it the last few games. Takes a breaking ball for strike one. On the year, a .308 batting average, 8 hits and 25 trips, 2 doubles, a home run, and 5 runs batted in. Swing and a miss at another breaking ball. And quickly, Gavin Lippe ahead. 0-2. Ryan Weaver on deck. Time was granted by Zeke Fair.
And now, so they're going to talk to him. I don't think the umpire was set. Fair wasn't set behind the home plate there, and that's why he came out and talked to Lippe there. Hey, you got to have your eye on me. I got to play you in.
Yep, fair enough. Oh, ripped hard, saw some chalk, but skipped wide of the bag at third.
Ooh. Bit of tap dancing there on third base. That one came off the bat hot. Those are always scary when you're a runner on third, especially if you have a pull type of hitter. It's coming at you with a high rate of speed.
Swing and a miss, a big cut there, 2 away.
On a massive strikeout there. Now 2 out. Plays just to first. Good heat. Swung right through it, kind of on the inside part. First strikeout for Lippe.
Really good location on that fastball. That'll bring Ryan Weaver to the plate. The batting average does not tell the story. His OBP about 150 points higher. He was awarded a hit for that bunt last night, which I'm on board with that. That was an excellent bunt.
Yeah, that was timely. I mean, it's situational in ball sometimes, and a bunt can change the outcome of a game. It did last night.
And Ryan Weaver, a guy who always has highly competitive at-bats as well. He's drawn 4 bases on balls to go with his 3 hits. Fouls that back. And I just love what he brings to the table defensively.
Yeah, and I think that's obviously a big part of that. You want somebody you can rely on at short today in Weaver. And
high, 2-2. And Jared Cramp battling some shin splints, so he's got a day off today. So back-to-back starts at shortstop for Ryan Weaver. Dax Brown on deck. Ground ball up the middle. Roggensack backhands it on to first. Not in time. Weaver beats it out with that electric speed. We're going to get a look at it here.
And gets the run with that speed, too. I mean, this is a bang play at first.
RBI single. There's the ground ball.
Right up the middle.
Roggensack, a nice play.
Oh, yeah, that's a great play. And right there, bang, and Weaver calling the safe before the umpire did.
Yeah, how'd he get here that fast? Dax Brown checks in limited duty so far. 1 for 6 on the season for Dax with a walk. Gunnar Ferguson on deck. It's kind of fun having our home plate umpires mic'd up. We're on a joint broadcast today with Access Now and Flow Sports, so we get to hear the home plate umpire in our ears, which is kind of fun. Great pitch there. 2 balls and a strike to Dax Brown.
Quickly, 4-0 for the Beavers.
Runner goes. It's in the dirt. Weaver has it stolen.
And I don't know if Pacheco, even if he got that clean, would have been able to get a throw off. It was a great jump at first base, and
Lippa wasn't really paying a lot of attention to Weaver, and he had a huge jump. I don't think there was. He might as well have squeezed it. Just
Yeah.
throw it in center field.
Well, and good at least from Pacheco behind the plate to block it enough. So
Yeah.
that way he doesn't go first to third.
He could have. Called strike. It's full now.
Yeah, it looked like a backdoor breaking ball, just able to catch enough of the plate.
Runner in scoring position for Dax Brown from Oxbow, Saskatchewan. And that's ball 4. Good at bat there for Dax.
Yep. Well, and so that pitch count now is starting to run up for Lippa. We've had a long first inning already. And yeah, 57's kind of agreeing here. We're going to have a mound visit.
I didn't see any movement in the pen.
I see
some
somebody
movement around
jumping
now.
around and stretching, but I don't. And that might be just what this mound visit is about. Okay, let's get somebody up in the pen working around and try and calm down Lippa. Obviously, a tough start so far. And now Ferguson up to the plate.
Lippa, 38 pitches, 21 of them for strikes. And as the Beavers send their 9th hitter to the plate in the inning.
Yeah, going around the horn so far, the Beavers have. And that's what you want early on in a ball game. See if you can get to the starting pitcher and make him work, if nothing else. And they've been doing that in spades so far.
And Gunnar Ferguson will be the hitter with 2 aboard. A pickoff move, and it goes into center field. The runners are both going to advance. Weaver's going to round it and stay. So a base hit's going to score a pair here. So Gunnar Ferguson, 1 game in the field. That was the Rural Roads Classic in Cardiff, and he was 0 for 3 in that ball game as we take a look at it there. And there really, I don't think, was a need for Lippa to throw that.
No, and said you got to wait for your shortstop to get there before you make that throw. Otherwise, as you can see there, it sails into center.
And Weaver, he is such a good base runner. There's so much that he does very well. Only a junior at Eastern New Mexico. The native of Gilbert, Arizona.
And looking over, got a massive jump secondary from third. If that ball's past Pacheco behind the plate, he's taken off. Yeah.
You don't even have to get right to the screen.
Well, and another thing, too, when you're an aggressive base runner on the path, it forces the pitcher to keep you in their thoughts. And that's Lippa stepping off there, trying to take a look at him.
Outside, and it's thrown away by Pacheco, and that's going to score Weaver as he puts pressure on Pacheco, tried to back pick him and sailed on him into left field.
Well, and obviously that's going to be credited to Pacheco, but it's really credited to Weaver. I mean, that aggressive base run and warrants the throw just sails it right into left field, and Weaver can moonwalk his way into home.
You're right. Weaver just got everybody rattled, and they made a mistake. So now, a runner on third base, that's Dax Brown, and a 2-0 count to Gunnar Ferguson. That's on the outside edge, 2-1. Gunnar, also from Eastern New Mexico University, where he's a freshman, a really nice young man from Texas. And that's hit on the ground to second. Ferguson has good speed. And they nip him at first base. But the Beavers send 9 to the plate. They score 5 runs in the first inning on a pile of hits. We'll figure that out later because I don't have a scorecard in front of me. There's no room for that today. So as you see,
few errors, lots of hits, and a 5-0 ball game so far for the Beavers through 1 inning.
We'll be right back and right after this. Thank you. nice look at a panoramic view of Tom Lang Park as Josh Pritchard back out for his second inning of work. An efficient first inning, 13 pitches, 8 of them for strikes.
Yeah, that's what you want. I mean, the first pitch of the game was an out for Pritchard, so if he can keep that going, Beavers with a sizable 5-0 lead through the first, we might see Pritchard go a long time in this ballgame.
That would be ideal. Jake Roggensack comes to the plate, the number 5 hitter for the 57s. Roggensack wears jersey number 41. On the year, 4 hits and 18 at-bats for a .222 average. He has a double, a couple of walks.
Not bad. A little here, a little there.
1-1 as he takes the first 2 offerings from Josh Pritchard. That's low, 2-1. Roggensack, a nice play on the infield single by Weaver, but just not.
Yeah, not
how
really.
How do you throw him out? You
Yeah, it's a
backhand
tough
it in
play.
the ball, set yourself, make the throw. He made a good play.
Yeah, anytime in a situation like that, you can at least get a play to first, get a throw off, make it close as he grounds out to first. A little bobble there, a throw.
And
And-
good work by Pritchard.
Yeah, great work from Pritchard to field that. When that ball is hit to first base, it looks like it's coming 100 mile an hour. You kind of panic a little bit, and a little bobble there, but a good recovery, throw over to first and out by a half a step.
We saw the same kind of skip. That hit right off the lip and shot low, and Mayencourt was able to knock it down. We saw Weaver make an excellent play on a similar hop last night over at short.
Yeah, especially when you have that lip from where the grass meets the shale, it can cause some unpredictable bounces. As a first baseman, you're not always fielding ground balls, so it can kind of catch you by surprise, but a good recovery and good first out for the Beavers.
Keaton Dickey at the plate for the 57s. Small body work, 3 hits and 9 at-bats for a .333 average, so a solid start for Mr. Dickey, number 13. Dickey, the right fielder for the 57s today. And a 2-ball, 1-strike count. And that's hit to short. Weaver up with it. Strong throw in time, 2 away. I just like watching that guy play shortstop.
I love a routine 6-3 put out. Good hit, fields it right in front of it, takes a step, hard throw, out in plenty of time.
Good hustle there by Keaton Dickey as well to make it close, showing some good speed.
Well, I'll say you want your fielders to have some wheels. I mean, sometimes they got some power, but you want them to at least cover ground and make plays. And Dickey, running hard out of that box, forced a good throw, and it was one.
First pitch to Jude Pacheco is a backdoor breaking ball for strike 1, and went back to the well and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, that one just a bit outside.
2 balls and a strike. Jude Pacheco, 2 hits and 9 at-bats on the year. He has a double, 4 bases on balls, and a .222 batting average that calculates to be 3 balls and a strike. So I think that's the first 3-ball count early in this one for Josh Pritchard. And that's looped towards Weaver, and he's got it. 3 away, so a 1-2-3 inning. Beavers will be back at it here in the bottom of the second as we take another look at that little flare right into the glove of shortstop Ryan Weaver. So after 1.5, it's the Weyburn Beavers 5, the Swift Current 57s, no score, and we'll be right back with the bottom of the second after this. We're back here at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn to look at the exhibition grounds where the Saskatchewan Oil and Gas Show just wrapped up on Thursday afternoon. So this was a beehive of activity all week.
About 3,000 people attending. We had the Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe, politicians, everybody in the oil and gas industry. It's one of the largest events. It runs every 2 years here in the Opportunity City, and sees just about everybody come out for that one.
Yeah, the entire cabinet was there. There were members of the opposition there, and well attended every biennial event.
Yeah. Well, and some amazing guest speakers as well during the award ceremonies. Senator Pamela Wallen was at the award supper on the Thursday. Pretty incredible event. And of course, we'll have another big event on these grounds later on in next month in July, the fair.
Yes, the fair. The Beavers probably on the road during the fair again. We have had games during the fair in the past, which was kind of fun.
The Weyburn Agricultural Society's annual fair, about 117 years they've been doing it.
Parking is not fun when that happens.
No. Parking was not fun during the oil and gas show either.
No, that's
a long walk, but it's great to see. Hugh Montgomery coming up to the plate.
So Gavin Lippa back on the mound. There is activity in the pen for the 57s. It's number 32. I'll get a name for you here shortly. So Lippa, 42 pitches in the first inning, 23 for strikes. And that's a strike right there to Hugh Montgomery. Top of the order for the Beavers here. High. 1-1. Montgomery 1 for 1 with a stolen base.
I believe he hit a single.
Singled up the middle. Sharply hit ball.
Yeah, it was a good piece of hitting to start off the game, and that kind of started the rally, I guess, for the Beavers. They got on Lippa early and did a let off. Ended up scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Hugh Montgomery eventually came around to score the first Beaver run, and that's lifted foul and out of play. 5-0 Beavers lead for those that cannot see the graphics. But a good start for the Beavers in the home half of the first inning. Another foul ball out of play. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hugh Montgomery.
Well, the Beavers had 3 straight wins. Fans here were treated to a fantastic game last night in a 4-3 win against the Regina Red Sox, defending WCBL champion Red Sox.
Outside. Full count. Yeah, 3 wins and what some would say 8.5, 3 and 8.5 ninths.
Yeah.
Ground ball. Fielded at third base. Strong throw over. Just in time.
Great throw over there at third base. I mean, that was a close play. Montgomery's got a ton of wheels. Stolen base already in this game. And see him look and throw in just in time. Good stretch there at first to be able to make that play.
Real nice throw by Malachi Jaramillo and a real nice stretch by Keegan Noller over at first base. Good defensive play by the 57s. And Joe Medill will be the hitter. Takes a breaking ball on the outside edge. That's strike 1. That's ripped foul and out of play. It's Cohen Jorgensen is warming in the pen for the 57s. A 2-way guy. I see him as having 8 at-bats on the season. And just looking to see if he has anything on the pitching side for stats. Does not appear to have appeared in a game yet. 1 ball, 2 strikes. fouled straight back over the screen and off of the trash can, I think.
Yeah, it sounded like it's straight back behind home plate. Well, and for the 57s, that might be an insurance plan in the, in the bullpen right now. They want Lippa to run a little more than 1 2/3.
And that's looped in the air. Charged by the shortstop and an extension there. Nice play.
That's a fantastic play at short. And for Medill, I think he thought that was a lot easier. He didn't run out of the box. Kind of just stood there and frustrated. Oh, actually, he had no clue where that was. Okay, that makes sense. And a beautiful play making that catch. That would have been an interesting one if that dropped.
I'm predicting a coaching moment from Cam Williams is like, you just go.
Yeah. I think Seb Medill, I think off the bat he thought he fouled it straight back, much like the pitch beforehand. But, yeah, coaching moment there is if you don't know, run. The umpires will tell you if it's foul.
Yeah, if Hector doesn't get to that, they probably still have a play.
Oh, yeah.
Up the middle by Boylan, that's a base hit. So after 2 quick outs, Lippa appearing to settle in a little bit, and obviously head coach Jared Franklin wants to stretch him out more than that inning and 2/3, like you said. So, but Boylan able to extend to the bottom of the second inning. It looks like we're having some scoreboard problems over there. We got a lot of zeros on there.
Yeah, according to the scoreboard, we're in the top of the 9th.
Quick game.
5-0. Yeah, well, it was a quick game last night
Yes,
against the Red Sox. Much different than the first game here at Tom Lang Park. That was against Saskatoon. Yeah, 68 pitches and 5 runs in the first inning. Took about 40 minutes to complete. Last night, I think we had 5 innings complete in that time.
It's great when a ball game is done before dark. That's a 7:05 start.
Yeah. That one goes straight back on the screen, rolls to the fence.
So Braden Mancourt, a 1-1 count. RBI single in his first trip. That catches the outside edge. 1-2. Interesting to see if they give Boylan the green light here.
Not a big lead.
No. Hit on the ground, foul, past third base.
Kind of a defensive type of swing, maybe just trying to slap it the other way. We'll see here the 1-2 count.
1-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. If you glimpse our scoreboard, don't think it's the top of 9. Ground ball. Anthony Hector on to first. A high throw corralled by Keegan Noller over up first, and that'll retire the side. The Beavers do not score a run. They do get 1 hit. There were no swift current errors, and 1 runner left on base in scoring position as we look at that play by Anthony Hector and the stretch again by Keegan Noller. So after 2 complete, the Beavers 5, swift current, no score, and we'll be back with the third inning right after this.
26 and 27. If you have a Prairie Sky Co-op playback bingo, bring your program to the announcer's booth for verification.
Welcome back to Tom Lang Park in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. I'm John Preddy alongside Dylan Fiesel. 5-0 Beavers lead this one after 2. Swift Current coming to bat here in the top of the third inning against number 13, Josh Pritchard.
Good work so far for Pritchard. Through 2 innings, pretty efficient. We'll see if he can continue that here into the third.
Malachi Jaramillo will lead things off for the 57s. He'll be followed by Anthony Hector, the shortstop, and then the top of the order with Adam Noland.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start to the season for Jaramillo. No better time than now to turn it around, though.
2 for his first 13, and that happens quite a bit when guys come. Maybe they haven't played for a month. Takes them a little while to get going. You're seeing a little better pitchers than perhaps you do at college as well. So, and tries to get him to chase on the 0-2.
Yeah, a lot of steam on that one, trying to maybe get him to swing outside.
He hits that hard towards the corner. Medill gives chase. It's off the wall on a hop and a stand-up double for Malachi Jaramillo.
Well, said no better time than right now to turn it around for Jaramillo. Gets a good hit on that breaking ball. Puts a charge into it out to left field. One hops off the fence and coasts into second with a standing double.
For Jaramillo, his first extra base hit of the season. So Swift with something going with nobody out here in the top of the third. Anthony Hector takes ball one. 4 for his first 22 is Anthony Hector. He does have one double on the season. That tails away and misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. That's lifted to shallow left. Medill coming in. Nobody can get to it. Weaver got out there a long ways, but back-to-back singles to left for the 57s.
Yeah, kind of a bloop there. Tough spot for anybody to make a play. Is it kind of off the end of the bat? Just floats out to the outfield, drops right in front of Medill, and it's a single.
Just slapped it into no man's land, and for every one you hit on the barrel right at somebody, there's one of those yeah baby singles like that. So you got to celebrate those too. Looked like that was overthrown a little bit there by Pritchard for ball 1.
Good snag from Gurney behind the plate there. You got runners on first and second. Don't want them advancing. Try and limit the damage. Hopefully turn 2 here.
Popped up, fouling out of play. The runner at second is Malachi Jaramillo. At first, Anthony Hector. And we're back to the top of the order, Adam Noland at the plate. Fouled right at home plate. Roland 0 for 1. He flew out to left field in his first at-bat. That was the first at-bat of the baseball game. And here he is with an opportunity with a runner in scoring position. Oh, an off-speed breaking ball. He waves at it for strike 3. Nice pitch.
Yeah, second strikeout there for Pritchard. That one a beauty of a breaking ball. Just dips right out of the zone and away from the bat. Perfect pitch.
Curveball just dropped right off the table. And that'll bring Lucas Geisler to the plate. That's in there for a strike. Geisler 1 for 1. He singled in the first inning. Good block there by Gurney.
Once again, another massive play from Gurney behind the plate. Double play is still what the Beavers are looking for with runners on first and second. Hopefully get one to either second or short and turn 2 to get out of this inning.
Just off the plate outside. Rob Gurney held it there.
Yeah, just off the edge of the plate. Nice pitch, though. That's where you're okay missing it out there.
And that's hit on the ground, fielded by Mayencourt. He looks to go to second, but wisely just takes an out.
Yep, if you're not confident in that throw, don't make it. Just take the sure out at first. Now you got 2 outs, and the batter is the play. So a good ground out. Yeah, thought about it for a second, decides just tap first. A little head nod there saying, yeah, that's the right play. That's veteran move.
Yeah, you want to play the outs game. I mean, if you go to 2, you don't make a play, and you're in a world of hurt with nobody out. Now you got 1 out. Big swing and a miss there.
Well, and especially when you're up 5-0 with Jake Hiramoto up to bat now, fly out in the first. But in a 5-0 game, outs are important.
Just misses the inside edge to Hiramoto. I saw him coming out of the locker room when that game was suspended the other night, and shook his hand as he had a 2-homer day, and his hands are enormous, man.
I could see him from here.
That's off the plate, 2-1.
I thought he just had big batting gloves, but no, and said that allows so much control of the bat and the barrel especially. You can generate a whole lot of twist power out of those.
And 2 runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss at another breaking ball. Pritchard's got that thing working.
Well, it is a little bit windy here in the Opportunity City, and it's coming from behind us, so kind of throwing against the wind, it can die a little bit.
Oh, fouled off, and that stung Rob Gurney. So we're going to see Zeke Fair walk 1 out. He's going to come back. Rob Gurney waves the training staff away. He's a tough cowboy, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, those ones, obviously, just a foul tip goes right off the mask. Kind of rings your bell briefly, but looked like Gurney able to recover, and so Williams coming out to take a look at him, waves him off. No, I'm all right.
Good feel there by Zeke Fair to walk a ball out, come back, clean the plate, give him a moment. And Hiramoto a 2-2 count with 2 outs. And a nice piece of hitting there with 2 strikes. Play at the plate. Brown throws late. Don't think he needed to make a throw, but
close enough he could make the throw, but yeah, talk about a great piece of hitting from Hiramoto there. Just able to extend the hands and bloop it into left field, a 2-run single.
RBI's number 10 and 11 for Hiramoto in the year.
Yeah, that's a shining spot on the 57s for sure. And
Hiramoto goes, hit and run, line drive, and it doesn't matter. Right at Ryan Weaver, but barreled up there by Keegan Oler.
Well, 57s get a couple here at the top of the third. As we take a look at that hard hit right to Weaver. Thank you very much. And back to the sticks for the Beavers, 5-2 after the top of third, as we'll take a short break.
Welcome back to Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. Nice wide angle view. And Gavin Lippa still on the mound for the 57s when he was in a world of trouble back in the first. A pretty effective second inning for the young man. And due up for the Beavers will be Will Sevier, Rob Gurney, and I'll just go to the other page here and I'll get you that in a moment. Ryan Weaver.
Yeah. Well, and for Lippa, good recovery in that second inning, able to kind of settle himself down after that rough first, get his first strikeout of the game. Pretty efficient second inning. Try and limit the bleeding if you can.
There's been movement down in that pen the last 2 innings.
It looks like number 77 there, or 27 still hanging out, and said more insurance plans for the 57s. They want Lippo to run a little more.
Yeah, and I think the guy who hasn't thrown that was throwing, he's no longer throwing.
Yeah,
so
they're just bringing yeah.
So now that you've got a couple of runs and it's a ball game, now you may be thinking a little bit differently. Sevier, 1 ball and 1 strike to Will. So Will, he had a base hit. He had an RBI single and a run scored in the first inning.
Nice movement on that. Breaking ball gets him to chase on the outside edge. Now runs the count 1-2.
So Sevier had the single that scored Boylan, and then Mancourt scored on the error
Right.
as it ate the guy up and went to the fence.
Sevier grounds out to short. Did a good job on that second time getting the hands in front of it, getting it in play. Right to the shortstop. Routine play. And a quick out for the 57s.
That'll bring Rob Gurney to the plate. Rob struck out swinging in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Fastball catches the outside edge. 0-1. Ryan Weaver on deck for the Beavers. So we got a lefty throwing down there now for the 57s. So 0-2. Swing and a miss. Good location there by Lippa. Gurney couldn't reach that. And his second strikeout of the day.
And 3-pitch strikeout there for Lippa. Starts him with a fastball and then a really nice breaking ball on the outside edge and just ahead of it on that one for his second strikeout of the ball game.
So quickly 2 away. And Ryan Weaver. So we were warming. We sat down now with 2 out.
I said Lippa's starting to find himself in this game.
And that's ripped down the right field line by Weaver. That might be 3. He's rounding 2. The most exciting play in baseball. The triple by Ryan Weaver.
Look out.
Thrown away, and we had everybody doing their jobs and being in a position to back that up, or Weaver may have scored.
Oh,
Take a look at it here.
Yeah, that might have been an inside the park home run there for Weaver. Obviously, great piece of hitting right down that right field line, and he's got a ton of wheels. You knew the triple was on as soon as he got out of the box. You heard the Beavers dugout saying 3, but missed that play, and you saw Weaver kind of take one quick step towards home. Might have had something really interesting happen there, but a triple. That might.
And mound visit, and there it looked like he asked for the baseball. He's rubbing it up.
Yeah. I don't know if we got change going on. Yeah.
Here comes the lefty. So we'll
pitching
get a number
change.
Here. It is Jorgensen, number 32. So I stand corrected.
Jorgensen will come in relief, the bottom of the third, after a tough start for Lippa. Had a good recovery in the second, but a triple from Weaver here in the third will chase him out of this ball game as 57's turn to the pen.
So Cohen Jorgensen, his
zeros.
From what I can tell from the stat package that I had to copy paste, has not appeared.
It looks like his, season debut as well on the hill.
He does show up in the batting statistics as having eight official at-bats on the year in 3 games.
I think a couple of walks and 3 strikeouts. That's about it for him and his service so far. Southpaw. It's got some steam on that one. Hat coming off.
2-out triple chases Gavin Lippa, who honestly got a little deeper in the game than I expected based on the first inning. A good job by him to rally and the pitch count was getting up there.
Yeah, and he might have been able to maybe have one more inning in him if he was able to get Weaver out. Said it's 2 out against the Beavers. Lippa with back-to-back putouts, but Weaver, a triple, chases him from the game. Said, and Lippa was starting to settle in. Yeah. Need
Okay,
to add
so
a
correction
notch in
on
there.
that. Jorgensen is number 22, and Tanner De La Rosa is number 32. So apologies there, but it does have him as a right-handed pitcher, which he is a left-hander.
Yeah.
Okay. 5'10", 170 pounds, and he'll come in relief of Gavin Lippa. The line on Lippa, 2 2/3. He allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned. 2 walks to go with 2 strikeouts in 69 pitches. 42 of those were strikes. And Ryan Weaver is the responsibility of Gavin Lippa.
Yep. And that'll bring up third baseman Daxton Brown to play to walk in the first. In a big opportunity with 2 out.
Real good at bat for Dax back in the first inning. First pitch from De La Rosa sails high for ball 1.
They're going to have to tape that hat down throughout the warm-up, and first pitch blew off or wear it backwards or something.
Same thing happens when Gunnar Ferguson throws. It comes off every pitch.
You might as well
like
just
that.
leave it on the ground.
Right?
Just, throw it away. Yeah. Sun's kind of behind you. Sun's towards right field right now. So the hat, I wouldn't think, is doing a whole lot for the pitcher besides now making you having to go and pick it up every time.
That expends a lot of energy. I'm an old guy. If I got to bend over that many times, it's rough. Good pitch there. He's back. He's in the zone for the first time, I guess. But so 2-1 the count to Dax Brown.
It actually might be a good way to settle yourself down after every pitch is pick your hat back up, kind of give a breath.
And that's hit on the ground to first. Noller picks it up there, waves off the pitcher, and takes it himself for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Beavers do not score. They strand the triple by Ryan Weaver as we take a look at it here. Brown the other way. Backhanded by Noller. I got this. 3rd out of the inning.
Yeah, and a little glove tap there. Good early work. 5-2 Beavers lead after 3 innings. We'll take a short break. Get ready for the top of the 4th.
Those numbers on the front are just impossible to see.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to Tom Lang Park. Josh Pritchard on the bump for his 3rd inning of work. 2 strikeouts on the day. 49 pitches thrown by Pritchard, 28 of them for strikes. No bases on balls to go with those 2 strikeouts, so pretty efficient day for Pritchard. Got himself in a little bit of a jam there with 3 singles by the 57s and gave up a couple of runs, but looking for him to settle down here and a much cleaner 4th.
Yeah, obviously he had a great couple innings to start off this ball game, but 57's able to get to him a little bit, and we'll see if he comes back and responds with a good 4th inning here, as Roggensack will step into the box.
Our first pitch fouled down the 3rd base line. Roggensack grounded to first base to Braden Mayencourt in his first at-bat, so he's 0 for 1.
Well, now was that tough play from Mayencourt where it hit that lip. He ended up throwing it over to Pritchard, who did a great job covering at first base, and they were able to get him out by about a half a step. Kind of a interesting play, but all's well that ended well.
Yeah, real tough off the lip there. That's lifted in the air. Medill drifts back. He's under it and makes the catch, 1 away.
Well, and off the bat, it didn't look like that one was going to fly that far, but the wind's coming from home plate and towards left field as Medill having to take more than a few steps back, able to settle under it and make the catch.
And we can't hear it, but I know there's really, really strong communication from Hugh Montgomery over to Medill, back and forth. They really communicate well as a unit, these young outfielders, the Beavers. Check swing, and
He did.
Ron Shuchuk The rule said he did. We'll see if we get another look at it.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. Whoever first base coach was for the 57s tried waving it off.
I would have too.
Surprisingly.
Breaking ball misses. It's 1-1. So Keaton Dickey unable to hold up with the check swing. 1-1 count. Dickey 0 for 1 in the ball game. That breaking ball just catches the inside edge. Dickey didn't like it. Keaton Dickey grounded to short in the second inning. Ground out Weaver 6-3. A real textbook 6-3. Pritchard ahead. And he throws it in the same spot, gets the same call, and Dickey is down on strikes.
His third of the ball game. We'll take another look at this as it just floats right in there, right on the bottom half, backwards. See you later.
All Rob Gurney had to do was present it. He didn't move. So Jude Pacheco steps into the box, takes inside for ball 1. For Pacheco, he is 0 for 1. Flew out to shortstop Ryan Weaver for the third out of the second inning. Tried to spin that breaker in there, but didn't quite catch the release point.
And that one kind of tailed out on him, trying to maybe catch that outside edge. Just fell off.
3 balls, no strikes. A fastball tailed away.
Yeah, same thing. Hand just slips, and usually it runs up and out, if that's the case.
And a 4-pitch walk. First walk of the day issued by Josh Pritchard to go along with his 3 strikeouts. So a 2-out walk. And that'll bring Malachi Jaramillo to the plate. Now Pacheco aboard. Jaramillo tattooed one for a double his last at-bat. And he strokes that foul. Way out in front.
Yeah, and Pritchard once again trying to pull it back. First pitch breaking ball. Jaramillo saw it and just got a little too in front of it. Pulls it foul.
Right in there, strike 2. So Pritchard way ahead. Now here's where it really helps to have a defensive catcher like Rob Gurney is you're not afraid to get one down in the zone here because you're pretty confident that that guy's going to block it if you miss. Oh, and the breaking ball. Off speed, pulled the string. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout.
Second of the inning as well for Pritchard. Besides that walk, a very efficient inning. A high one right through it. And back to the dugout. Clean inning as we get ready for the bottom of the 4th. 5-2, the Beavers lead.
Love seeing the Access Now promo there featuring Trevor Dale and Jimmy will be back with the Beavers about June the 15th. And I mean, he did nothing but light it up at the University of Colorado Springs this year. A .385 batting average with 27 home runs. Next broadcast will be the Regina Red Sox against the Weyburn Beavers. That's on June 20th, a 7 p.m. start. So join us either here on Flow Sports. We'll have it for you.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we were talking about it earlier on. A 4-3 win for the Beavers in a great game. I mean, back and forth battles throughout both of those. Obviously, WCBL defending champion Red Sox, and Beavers able to pick up a big win for their 3rd in a row on home turf last night. It was a loud ballpark.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't our largest crowd of the year, but it was a decent crowd, and it was a boisterous one.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that's all you want. You want the people that come out to be entertained, go home happy, and that's exactly what the boys delivered. So Tanner De La Rosa comes back out. Interesting, a throw down to third rather than a second.
I think maybe because he was bending down to pick up his hat, don't want to end up plunking him.
Fair.
Catch him with his head down.
But he did throw one into left field, so maybe he just wanted to get a little confidence back there after.
After the last inning. Gunnar Ferguson up to bat for the Beavers.
Yeah, when Weaver had him really rattled over there.
He did.
So Gunnar Ferguson 0 for 1. Looked like a nice slider breaking into the zone there. For a Gunnar grounded out to second, and that was a really good play by Roggensack there to just get Gunnar Ferguson, who, the team speed on the Beavers much improved. Swings through a high fastball 0-2.
Yeah, bang play. Ferguson's got some good wheels for himself, as you mentioned, and very close, able to just get him. Now Ferguson quickly down 0-2.
In the dirt. That's a good 0-2.
Good hold there from Ferguson. That ball looks so beautiful coming out of the hand, but it's going to just dip into the dirt. It's not a hittable pitch, but it looks good when you're hitting it.
Those real good sliders look exactly like fastballs until they're not.
Yeah, look like meatballs more or less. They settle in but fall off the plate. Good job from Gunnar running at 2-2. Whoa!
Oh, man. Gunnar Ferguson takes one in the helmet.
Able to get up right away, and you love to see that.
Man.
That's one of the most scariest plays in baseball besides a comebacker to the pitcher, as we get a good look and whoo.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
How did Babe Ruth, as you see Ferguson take a sprint to first. He likes having fun out there, but it makes you think about how the Babe Ruth and DiMaggio and all those guys played baseball without helmets back in the day.
Oh, man.
You see these players now that can chuck 90, 100 miles an hour. That's very dangerous. Good to see Ferguson okay.
So the leadoff man aboard on the hit by pitch. And Hugh Montgomery takes strike one. 1 for 2. Stolen base and a run scored for Hugh.
And part of that 5-run first inning.
De La Rosa, the left-hander, a little tougher to steal on. Theoretically.
Yeah, well, because you can always throw it over off of that thing. As a right-hander, you have to do a full 180 to throw it to first. Ferguson, not a big lead over at first.
1-1 the count to Hugh Montgomery. Fouls that straight back. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, and for De La Rosa, obviously after that scary beanball, now you're trying to settle in and get your first out of this inning.
Runner goes. Ferguson, a good jump.
No throw.
Stolen base, Gunnar Ferguson. A runner in scoring position here now for Hugh Montgomery.
Well, and Pacheco looked like maybe just bobbled it, but great jump there from Ferguson and in without a throw as the pitch from De La Rosa kind of up and out, almost like a pitch out, but Pacheco unable to field it and get a throw off.
2-2. And Hugh Montgomery asked for time, and it's granted as De La Rosa taking too long for his liking. So playing those games within the game, as
I
it were.
think Pacheco is doing some equipment adjustments.
Okay.
Yeah, that's looks like readjustment there, and
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
looks like a pocket chain. You know those old pocket wallets with a chain?
Oh, okay.
It kind of looks like one of those back there, but just
Ah.
trying to tuck everything in.
Joe Medill on deck. Protective swing there, fouls it away and stays alive, 2-2.
Well, as a catcher too, it's got to be like a goaltender. You know, if your strap isn't perfect, you're gonna think about it all game. You're not gonna have your eye on the ball.
I don't think catchers are as strange as
No.
goaltenders, to be honest.
I don't know.
Well, you do stand back there and take a lot of abuse, that's for sure.
Right on the inside edge, you heard Fair mentioning. Great pitch there for De La Rosa's first strikeout.
Montgomery shaking his head.
Yeah, right on the inside edge. I mean, the height was there, and he said, "Are you sure about that?" Yeah, right on that inside edge. Good pitch from De La Rosa for his first K.
So 1 out for Joe Medill. Lefty-lefty matchup here.
Medill, as you mentioned, leading hitter, but 0 for 2 for today, and he'll
Ouch.
wear that one. Whoa, look out. Throwing that bat towards the dugout. You saw him kind of apologize a little bit as access crewman right there. Medill, obviously, that one hurts, I think, as much or more than wearing one in the head. There's no protection right in the numbers, and you can see it, the grit, the smack, and then he threw it, and, oh, sorry about that. My bad. And no harm, no foul. Looks like Medill's okay there at first, and that'll bring up Austin Boylan to the plate.
I got reminded by our spotter here that big cut there by Boylan, 0-1. Rob Gurney getting hit last night by Xander Rudy Singer, and he's pretty purple behind the knee.
Yeah, that one stung. You could see it right away. I mean, there's not a lot of protection in behind the knee.
2 aboard for Boylan.
And sometimes hit off the head, as scary as it looks, it actually is kind of the best spot to get hit because you have that helmet to protect you. Ones in the ribs or in the kneecaps or ankles or even the wrist can really hurt. No padding.
Oh, you get I think the most dangerous is the one on the hands. All those tiny bones in there, and oh man, easy to break something. So, yeah, you're right. It looks scary as all get out, but probably the most protected area, rightfully so.
If it goes off the head, yes. Off the face, very dangerous. It was a good hard
Well,
hit.
that's a fair ball. It was inside the bag, and a great call by Zeke Fair. Runner is held, and a double by Austin Boylan right down the left field line.
Yeah, beautiful piece of hitting there, getting in front of that and just driving it down the third base line, just fair. And great play out of left to make sure it's just one run in. Obviously a walk in there for the Beavers.
So Gunnar Ferguson with his first WCBL run scored.
Makes it 6-2.
It'll ease his pain slightly.
Yep.
It's good to see the Beavers get back on the board after a couple of zeros there. So
Yeah, bottom of the fourth, 6-2 in favor of Weyburn, and said after the 57s were able to get a couple innings ago. Beavers trying to make a response, and now 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out.
Braden Mayencourt at the plate with 2 aboard, and he's been clutch with runners in scoring position. Oh, a nice block there by Pacheco.
Yeah, that's a huge block. Don't want that runner coming in free of charge. Mayencourt with an RBI so far in this ball game. Don't want to give him a freebie.
Joe Medill with good speed. Mancourt 1 for 2 on the day. Single, the RBI single in the first, and a ground out in the second inning. So his third plate appearance. Will Sevier on deck. Slider is in there. 1-1. Another lefty-lefty matchup that tends to favor the left-handed pitcher sometimes, but a wily veteran hitter is Braden Mancourt.
On his RBI single in the first there wasn't anything spectacular, just slapping it the other way. As another step off there from De La Rosa. Mancourt just slapped it between third and short. Able to get a single, and that's all you're looking for.
Braden's younger brother, Owen, arrived last night to join the team.
Made his debut.
Made his debut, 0 for 2. He was really gassed.
Yeah, no doubt. Said traveling that far and trying to play in a game. Well, in a 4-3 final, there was a lot of players who didn't have a whole lot of success. It was great pitching between the Red Sox and Beavers yesterday.
De La Rosa misses up. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to Mayo.
Another one just upstairs trying to get that breaking ball to catch the top half.
Unsuccessful.
Well, that might have been a slip there. Usually you don't want to leave the breaking ball upstairs.
No.
And just slipped a little too high. Now 3-1 count.
Nice hitter's count here. Mancourt gets the fastball up and takes it for ball 4. Bases loaded. 1 out. Will Sevier checks in. 1 for 2 with an RBI is Will. And he is a guy who does not get cheated on his swings.
No, he'll run counts a long way. He's a tough out. And some action in the 57 bullpen, number 5, right-hander. And Sevier swung on. Foul.
A.J. Arruda, a right-hander. Not very tall, but he's robust.
Yeah, well, and the 57s do not want him coming into this inning particularly.
Big swing and a miss there. 1-1.
Bases loaded, 1 out. You're hoping for a double play. And an 0-2 count. Now you're hoping for a strikeout.
Now if you're a Beaver, you just want the ball in the air to the outfield. Medill will score. And it's 0-2 to Will Sevier. High, 1-2. Sevier attends McPherson College in McPherson, Kansas. 3 Beavers from McPherson this season. Fouls that. Out of play. Sevier with the shades on. I always wonder how that affects the vision. Better than the glare.
Yeah. Said if that sun is hanging high out in right field, it's pretty bright. Guys with maybe more sensitive eyes, like having the shades on.
Up and out. 2-2.
We talked about it in the start of the at-bat of Sevier working counts. Goes down 0-2, fouls one off, now back 2-2.
Another arm getting ready over there.
Another right-hander, number 10.
Riley Bestor.
That one fouled out of play off to the right side. And that's what we talked about with Sevier being a tough out. Even you put somewhere close trying to get him to freeze, he'll take a defensive hack and make you throw it to him. Already 30 pitches for De La Rosa. Not a lot of work.
In the dirt, that gets away. That's going to score Joe Medill on the wild pitch. Made it awfully tough on Pacheco there.
Yeah, just a ball in the dirt, and Pacheco ends up hitting him and going through his legs. Medill easily able to stand up on his way into home.
So the Beavers with another cross, 7-2, as we take a look at Bestor warming in the pen. So full count to Will Sevier, and 2 runners in scoring position. De La Rosa has to throw a strike, and he does. Foul tip squeezed by Pacheco. Down goes Sevier, 2 away.
Big strikeout for De La Rosa there. Felt like if Sevier kept fouling every single pitch off, and that one he did get a piece of it, but Pacheco able to squeeze on, and that's a tough one.
Good at bat.
Yeah, you said the results don't always indicate the quality of the at-bat. That was a good one from Sevier. About a 7-pitch AB there, just not the result he wanted.
So Rob Gurney looking for his first hit of the afternoon. He's 0 for 2. Lifts that in the air to left field. Under it there, and making the play is the Swift Current left fielder.
First,
take another look at it.
Yeah, first pitch swinging there, just flying it out to left field. Able to settle under it and make the catch. And the 57's able to limit the damage, but 2 runs for the Beavers, 7-2. They lead after 4 innings of play. We'll take a short break.
17, 18, 20, 21, 26, and 27. If you have a Prairie Sky Co-op playback bingo, bring your program to the announcer's booth for verification. Fifth inning of tonight's game brought to you by Vertex Resource Group.
Stay that. 250 right now. 50-51. Let's get this up to over 300. 3 for 10.
Welcome back to Tom Lang Park. Josh Pritchard back on the mound for his 5th inning of work. 62 pitches so far, 36 of them for strikes. 4 strikeouts to go with 1 base on balls for Josh Pritchard so far today, and he'll be looking for another efficient inning so that he's able to get deeper into this game. Last weekend, Pritchard able to go deep against the Saskatchewan Berries in a Beaver win where Gunnar Ferguson got his first WCBL win, but Pritchard really set the team up with success, going 7 innings and throwing 96 pitches.
Yeah, that was a great game. That one against the Berries, obviously a tough team. You know, a team that was very competitive last year and then making a deep playoff run. But Pritchard and Ferguson able to shut the door and give the Beavers, it was at that time their first win.
Yeah, great effort it was. They had a good weekend up in Saskatoon, losing the first game 7-6, winning the second one 9-8. So Anthony Hector comes to the plate.
And sails up, Hector, single down third base line. Earlier on in this game, 1 for 1. That was back in the 3rd inning.
That's fouled over the screen and out of play. That'll even the count at 1-1.
One for Pritchard. He's had 3 out of his 4 innings be good ones so far. I mean, giving up those 2 runs in the 3rd has been his only blemish.
Good pitch there by Pritchard. And he gets ahead 1-2.
And he's getting support from his guys in the batter's box. Beavers able to retake lead, push her right back up to 5 again.
Beavers 7 runs on 7 hits. The 57's 2 runs on 4 hits.
And
3 errors.
yeah, 3 errors. I was going to say that might be the biggest part of this story so far, especially that one out in left field, you know, ends up bringing in an extra run.
Oh, strike 3 called. Great pitch, Josh Pritchard.
Yeah, grabbing the paintbrush on that one right on the outside corner. We'll take another look at it. hard fastball, and yeah,
Oh, man.
perfect.
That's unhittable.
Yeah, you might as well look at it. You're not touching it.
Tip your cap, go to the dugout. That's a great pitch. Adam Rowland checks in.
His 5th strikeout now for Pritchard.
Man, he's been really efficient again today. He's a dude out there. Rowland 0 for 2 on the afternoon. And that's hit on the ground. Mancourt picks it up, flips to Pritchard in time. 2 away. I like that for the pitch count right there.
Yeah, this was just off the end of the bat, a slow roller. Mancourt at first able to make the play, and look at Pritchard hustling to first. That's his 2nd time he's done that so far in this ball game. He's been doing it all, striking guys and making plays at first.
Lucas Geisler steps into the batter's box, 1 for 2. Pitch up, ball 1.
And we're hoping that the rain stays away here in the Opportunity City. Expecting some stormy conditions later on into tonight. That's why they've moved this game to a 2 p.m. start time.
Yeah, proactively to get it in before the bad weather. It's so hard to make up games. There's no off days. And that's drilled down the right field line and hooking foul.
Good hard hit there, but yeah, just a little bit in front of it. Sails into foul territory. And looking ahead at the forecast this week, it looks like rain all throughout. So it might be one of those summers where we're trying to dig out the trenches a little bit.
Well, and I mean, we're at the point with the crops. We're going to need some rain here really shortly, so it'd be good to see some good soaking in rain.
Yeah, get some good rain early on, and then turn the heat up later on this summer. It's a long summer still. That one up and out. And second walk for Pritchard.
5 Ks, 2 bases on balls, up to 75 pitches now. So a runner aboard for Jake Hiramoto. Hiramoto with the big knock here this afternoon for the 57s, knocking in both of their runs.
Well, and it seems like here in the 5th, check swing foul straight back behind home plate, but it seems like for the 57s in this at bat, if you can't get Hiramoto to make something now, it's going to be very tough for them to come back in this game. If he can get a big fly, cut the lead or deficit down to 3, he watches that one go outside. I love that. Say, having the mic on the umpire, you hear those little conversations. Rob wanting it, and her not giving it to him.
Actually, I'll let you in on a. This is a pro tip here. So the dugout wanted to know where it was because they can't see, and Rob
Right.
Gurney gives them the out sign.
Right.
So for fair to say that when Rob already gave the it was out sign, that's a little unfair from fair.
And freezes him right on the edge. The 6th strikeout for Pritchard will sit down Hiramoto.
An enormous out.
Ooh, right on the bottom half of the plate. That's a tough pitch for Hiramoto to hit.
Caught the front knee, but not the back. So, man, what a great spot there. 7-2, Beavers lead, and we'll be right back after this.
We're at 260 right now. We're 40 away from 300. That'll be.
Welcome back to Tom Lang Park as Tanner De La Rosa stays on the mound. 1 1/3 inning pitched. He's got 2 strikeouts, 1 base on balls, a couple of hit batsmen.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he kind of struggled in his first appearance on the hill and then settled in a little bit as his game has progressed, but already up to 33 pitches, just an inning and a third of work. So 57s will want him to eat up a few more innings as we enter the bottom of the 5th, and Ryan Weaver will step into the box for the Beavers. Great game for him so far.
Oh, have a day, Ryan Weaver. Look at the numbers there. 2 for 2 with a triple, an RBI, a stolen base, a couple runs scored. Great day for Ryan Weaver.
Let's see if he can continue it here.
Hits that foul and out of play towards the rodeo grounds.
That one in the corral pens. And you see the confidence, first pitch swinging there for Weaver. Saw a pitch he wanted to hit, maybe a little bit back behind it.
And another foul ball out of play. The lefty-lefty matchup, a little tougher for Ryan Weaver. But the kind of guy, if he gets the ball in play, anything can happen with that speed.
Yeah, said it's stolen base already. A single and that triple. That almost was an inside the park home run. Sails high.
And you look at how deep the middle fielders are playing. If they don't get aggressive and charge a ground ball, they're going to be in a world of trouble. One and two to Weaver.
On the pitch, right on the outside edge. I know that one, not a bad pitch at all from De La Rosa. We'll have another look at it. His breaking ball right on the outside corner. And obviously for Weaver, you're not going to do much with that pitch anyway. You might as well leave it out there and,
Great pitch.
yeah, tip your cap on the way to the dugout.
One away for Dax Brown.
He had a walk back in the first. 0 for 1. Walk and a ground out so far in this ball game.
Dax starting at third base today. Not a lot of action defensively for him over there. Pritchard's been so effective. Fouled straight back.
Whoa! That one hit a good amount of the screen, but you heard the bonk there as it was rolling back towards us here in the broadcast booth. Thankfully, the net able to take a bit of steam out of that one. The 0-2. Saw Pacheco thinking about rifling that down to third, but pitch just outside. Good backdoor breaking ball from De La Rosa trying to catch the outside corner.
De La Rosa ahead 1 and 2. And defensively, Brown fouls that off to stay alive. Gunnar Ferguson on deck for the Beavs.
And De La Rosa now over 40 pitches so far in this game. Good AB here from Brown.
Gonna be a warm one to wear those black jerseys today, eh, Dylan?
Yeah, that one was inside, and yeah, you're right. I'm a little warm here in the broadcast booth. We don't have as much wind whipping through here, but
Yeah, a little bit of shelter for us, all right. 2 and 2 the count.
pitch up and in. Catches the corner. 4th strikeout now for De La Rosa as he blows it right by him. We'll watch that, yeah. Up and in, and a very close call, but fair behind the plate. Rings him up. De La Rosa back-to-back strikeouts so far here in the bottom of the 5th.
So Gunnar Ferguson, another lefty-lefty matchup. Ferguson lifts that over short, and it drops a C&I single to shallow left center for Gunnar Ferguson, and that'll be his first WCBL base hit.
Congratulations, Mr. Ferguson. Nice piece of hitting there. First pitch swinging and a bloop single. That would have been a very tough play to make out at short there. Perfect spot.
Great effort by Anthony Hector.
Yeah, made that somewhat close.
Hugh Montgomery is now the hitter. Gunnar with a stolen base in the game. Hit by pitch. Then stole a base. Hugh Montgomery singled and scored in the first. And he's 1 for 3 on the day. There goes Ferguson. Pitch on the inside edge, the throw down. And Ferguson, they're saying he overslid the bag. The umpire, Derek Casada, says, no, he's safe. He did get there, but we'll see if we get a good look at whether he came off or not.
Yeah, said a great jump there. Almost overslid it. You saw that hand slipping off, but no.
I don't think the glove was on him when it did. It was up pretty high.
Good job from Ferguson, able to just keep on that base. Puts a runner in scoring position.
Nice hook slide there by Gunnar Ferguson, his second stolen base of the day. So in scoring position for Hugh Montgomery. That's lifted down the first base line into foul territory. And
That's fair.
It lands fair. The wind push that back. That's going to be a triple. 2 triples in the game for the Beavers as Montgomery lifts one into no man's land, and it blows back into fair territory.
Well, you knew that was going to be a tough play. He said down that line and just lands in fair territory. An RBI triple. Not all triples created the same. You know, the one earlier today was a hard hit out to right field down that line, a more traditional triple. That one a bloop triple, but hey, it all counts the same.
Hugh Montgomery obviously running very hard right out of the box.
Oh, yeah.
So a runner on third for Joe Medill. Boy, De La Rosa's been tough on those left-handed hitters.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to try and catch a piece of. Medill, obviously, it looks so good coming out of the hand and just tails into the dirt. As Medill 0 for 2 so far today, but an 8-2 lead for the Beavers here in the bottom of the fifth.
Hugh Montgomery playing the Ryan Weaver game and
yeah, trying to catch him off.
being a disruptor. Little bit different scenario because, you know, this left-hander not looking directly at him.
Yeah. He's not as concerned.
Swing and a miss on a nice breaking ball from De La Rosa. He's thrown some really good sliders.
Yeah, said it's hard to tell coming out of the hand if it's a slider or a changeup, but obviously a speed change as it just runs out of gas going towards the plate.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Beavers do get a run in the inning. As we take a look at this strike 3 swinging by Medill. Man, a lot of movement on that.
Yeah, you see it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. A few breaking balls. 8-2 as we get ready for the top of the 6th after this.
Josh Pritchard still on the mound for the Beavers here in the top half of the 6th inning. 5 innings pitched, 79 pitches, 45 for strikes, 6 strikeouts to go with 2 bases on balls. So another strong performance by Josh Pritchard.
Noller 0 for 2 strikeout and a line out, and you're right, Pritchard has been dealing all game long. Anytime you can get into the 6th with under 80 pitches, that means you're doing something right.
When we were here for the opener, when the Beavers dropped that 13-3 decision, Josh Pritchard entered that game and threw an inning and 2/3 instead of a bullpen and struck out 4 or 5 batters he faced. So we knew there was something there. Nice play by Weaver to throw out Noller at first base, 1 away.
Well, and that's reasons like that Pritchard's able to keep his pitch count down. Hard hit ball towards Weaver at short. Hard throw. Routine 6-3 for the first out of the 6th inning.
We'll bring Jake Roggensack to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out on the day, number 41.
On Sid Pritchard's, that one hits and rolls into foul territory. Well, and for Pritchard, it's 6 strikeouts, but you see those groundouts, flyouts, lineouts, those opportunities. I mean, Pritchard's made a couple putouts of himself on a 3-1 putout. Those, you're just trying to stack those outs.
This cat likes speed and reflexes, man.
Bit of an athlete. That one out to left and a little sail foul. And quickly 0-2.
It makes it so much easier when you get a hit and counts as long as you make a smart pitch here. Tries to climb the ladder and misses high, 1-2.
Yeah, hard throw. Maybe get him to chase something up.
And that's hitting the air to left center towards the gap, and it's down. Extra bases for Roggensack. A stand-up double.
Great piece of hitting there for Roggensack. An 0-2 count. Able to stay back on that breaking ball and put a charge and slap it out to left center.
Yeah, he just barreled it up and got a good piece.
Yeah.
Retrieved there by Hugh Montgomery, who got it in quickly.
So that was a stand-up double from the moment it left that bat.
So a runner in scoring position for Keaton Dickey, who takes strike 1.
Well, and for Pritchard, in a 8-2 ball game, your focus is just solely on the batter. You want to get this guy out, make it 2 out. If you concede a run, not the worst thing. That's a great pitch there from Pritchard. Just misses on the outside edge.
Good location, evens the count at 1-1. Dickey grounded to short and struck out.
And 0-2.
Foul tip squeezed by Rob Gurney. Not in a situation that it matters, but perfect practice makes perfect.
Yeah, you want to catch those. Obviously, anytime you can test your hand-eye as a catcher. Another pitcher's count here, 1-2.
Oh, and the breaking ball in there for a strike.
Lucky number 7 for Josh Pritchard. Back-to-back strikeouts is just over top of it. That's a tough pitch to hit as that ball has been moving.
He's thrown a lot of curveballs. That one looked more like a slider, more lateral direction than the horizontal.
Well, now
Or
2
more
out.
horizontal than vertical, rather.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yep. Well, and that's a massive strikeout for Pritchard. You give up that double, 1 out. It's an opportunity. Now 2 outs. Focus solely on the batter.
Jude Pacheco, the hitter. Quickly ahead in the count. 0-2. Pacheco 0 for 1.
You got a walk and a fly out.
Checks the runner. You do not have to make that throw.
Nope. That's just keeping him honest. And maybe gives Pritchard a little time to reset as well. Defenders are playing back.
Tried a backdoor breaking ball, it missed.
Yeah, that one slipped out of his hands, trying to bury that breaking ball, get him to chase, and we'll see if he goes right back to it.
1-2, 2 outs. Went back to it. Just missed. Yeah, he missed on the chalk line.
Yeah, that one, once again, kind of sailing out of the hands. You saw Gurney set up on the inside half.
And that's in the air towards center field. Hugh Montgomery is over, and he'll make the play to retire the side. The 57s do not score. They do get 1 base hit, however. There are no Weyburn errors and 1 runner left on base in scoring position. And after 5.5, it's the Weyburn Beavers 8. The Swift Current 57s 2. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 6th right after this.
And I see more to come. But I got one more thing to say. It's time for the last call. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks, Graham. New pitcher for the 57s is Riley Bester, a 6 foot, 185 pound right-hander. And so far on the year, we'll see what we can find on Bester.
2 1/3. A third, is that right? A 38.57 ERA.
11 runs, 10 earned, 3 strikeouts to go with 3 bases on balls in 2 1/3 inning of work. So looking to get Riley Bester some work.
Yeah, definitely want to recover after that one. Anytime you see double-digit ERAs, but a 38, obviously very small sample size, only 2 1/3 inning of work, but
Well, and there's sometimes in the WCBL when you're pitching, when your pitching isn't set up correctly, or you need to set it up correctly, where it could have been the end of a game where he just didn't want to use another arm, and it's like, sorry,
throw
kid.
him out. Yeah, that might have been that. They lose 23-2.
Yeah, against the Medicine Hat Mavericks a few nights ago. Yeah, that was a tough one there. So you don't want to be burning arms in that game.
No, exactly. That game, was well over before, got deep into it. So throwing everybody out, you see it in the MLB sometimes. A left fielder comes and throws a few knuckleballs, try and get a few batters out.
My favorite one it was always La Tortuga, the Minnesota Twins, when Williams Astudillo would come in and pitch and throw ephuses at 42 miles an hour.
And Austin Boylan up to bat for the Beavers, 2 for 2, double and an RBI. He's had a single, a double, and a walk so far. Great game for him. Run and an RBI as well.
Swing and a miss. He might have fouled it off, but doesn't matter. It's still
a strike.
Still a strike, and it's a 1-1 count. Some growing pains with our new scoreboard today, but we seem to have everything up to date and corrected again, so that's good news.
Well, anything that's new is challenging, generally. Hard drive down left field side, foul. Change is scary.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
It does look nice, though, the scoreboard out in left field. Obviously, that was a big...
I'm a fan of that change.
Yeah, that's a really nice change. 1-2, fouled off.
And it looks like the infrastructure is in place on the softball diamond next door to get the old scoreboard moved over for the ladies. So an upgrade for them in the making as well.
Well, and you see the beauty of the old scoreboard out in dead center. And nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, love to have a scoreboard like that in any ballpark, but they'll certainly enjoy it just next door.
The nice thing about the new board, you have the score inning by inning, so if you arrive a little bit late, you kind of know what went on, and it's just adds to the fan experience in my mind.
2-2, a drive. Hard out to dead center. Settle under it and make the catch for first out here in the bottom of the 6th.
That was up there forever.
Yeah, well, and that's a great hit from Boylan. I mean, anytime you can put a drive on one out to center with that kind of oomph, you'll take it. Unfortunate result, but...
Just missed it.
Well, and that's the first out for Boylan so far in work as main court takes first pitch for a strike.
Ground ball. Roggensack drops it, picks it up, and makes the throw in time to retire Braden Maincourt. 2 away.
Yeah, main court had that single in the first, a ground out to short, and a ground out here to the second baseman. Said a good job just knocking it down. You got more than enough time. Throw it over to first. And quickly 2 out.
Will Sevier, the hitter. Breaking ball misses low for ball 1 to Will. 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI.
We got to mic up umpires every single game.
It's great.
It's such a treat hearing those conversations.
And I think we're in line for a minimum, I think at least 5 games where we're going to have access, whether we have the whole setup or the partial one. It's nice to have the full setup like today. Graham and the guys always do such a great job. In the dirt, 3 balls and no strikes. Interesting to see if Sevier gets the green light.
Sevier is single, ground out and a strikeout so far, with an RBI on that single in the first.
A 4-pitch walk to Will Sevier. So with 2 out, a runner aboard for Rob Gurney.
Well, and for the 57s back in the third, they got their 2 runs on a 2-out rally, and we'll see if the Beavers can do so here in the bottom of the 6th. Try and extend their 6-run lead.
Rob Gurney looking for his first base hit of the day, 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a fly ball.
And we talked about how great he was in yesterday's contest against the Red Sox as he puts a drive into this one down the left field line. This will be extra bases. Throw comes in, and quickly on the stop sign at third, a throw over, but yeah, he is safe there. And it is a double for Rob Gurney in his first hit of the game.
Good to see Rob get a hold of one, gets one on the barrel into the corner. A nice late hold there by Avery Kirkup, and Sevier able to get back as we see the replay there.
Yeah, quick throwback. Said threw on the stop sign quick, and they're chatting there about that. Thought maybe there was some kind of play towards home. There wasn't, but you want to make sure you don't get thrown out at third after a great hit from Gurney.
100%. You can't be the third out at third base. That's kind of not the first or third out at third base.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and especially when you have a bat like Ryan Weaver stepping in, a single, a triple, 2 for 3 with an RBI, a stolen base.
All he's got to do is chop one in play, and there's always a chance for Weaver to beat one out. Middle infielders are pretty deep. 1-1 the count.
Just outside on that one.
Dax Brown on deck for the Beavers.
Yeah, and Bester not want to get too close to Ryan Weaver as he's been swinging it well, trying to paint that outside corner. Just missed.
Outside, 2-1. Yeah, what he said.
Yep.
Yeah, the folks at Flo won't be able to get that audio, but we're sure enjoying it with our dual headset set up today.
One down the right-hand side, foul.
Jackson Henderson takes a kick at it.
Just
I have to shout out Jackson Henderson's mom, Lucy, probably watching today in Snohomish, Washington, unless she's out taking photos somewhere. A fantastic photographer. And we apologize for the audio problems last night, Lucy, and hopefully things are going much more smoothly today. And that's hit in the air to left. And a nice play there by Lucas Geisler, and that'll retire the side. Good contact again by Ryan Weaver.
Yeah, unfortunate, a hard hit out to left field. Weaver puts a good drive into it, but a good first step and able to make the catch. Save a couple of runs. 8-2, the Beavers lead after 6 innings of play. We'll take a short break.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 14, 17, 18, 20, 21,
Out of town?
26, and 27.
Do we do out of town after the 7th?
Sure.
Okay.
We might be the only day game, though. But
Oh, true.
that's just us. Shoot.
A beautiful afternoon here at Tom Lang Park. Dylan Fiesel alongside John Peretti. 8-2 lead for the Beavers against the Swift Current 57s.
We're looking for an out-of-town scoreboard, but I think we're the only day game today, so
Yeah, well, so this was a rescheduled one. This originally supposed to be at 7 p.m., but contrary to what you're seeing at home, we're expecting some stormy conditions. And now Casey Lindstead out to throw for the Beavers. So great day of work for Josh Pritchard as Lindstead comes into relief. Obviously, you see the ERA of 40.5. One walk, one strikeout, but not a lot of sample size so far.
yeah, Casey came in that game that got away on the Beavers on opening day, that 13-3 loss. So a tough outing and an opportunity for the sidearm submarine righty to get back in the strike zone here. So good to see him get some action and a great outing on the day by Josh Pritchard. The line on Josh, 6 innings pitched. He allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, struck out 7, walked 2 on 92 pitches, 54 strikes.
Yeah, that's efficient. I mean, we saw him, besides that, those 2 runs in that third inning, pretty much perfect throughout today.
A good day, and turn it over to the pen here. So
Got to give them some work as well. Obviously, Pritchard, don't want to run that pitch count up early on in the season. You want to get a good look at your bullpen, see what you're working with. Lindstead, obviously, a rough first starting. Hopefully he can bounce back with a sizable lead here in the final few innings.
opportunity for Casey. If you've ever talked to Casey, he lacks for no confidence. Like it's all there. So, but I would like to see him, get back in the zone and throw some strikes. Beavers need arms. Everybody does. It's a long schedule, and hopefully he'll get back on track here today after a rough first outing. That misses outside for ball 1. And, with that submarine delivery, if he can get it in the zone, he'll be awfully difficult, especially on those right-handed hitters.
Yeah, it's at a different release point, different view. As that one just upstairs to Malachi Jaramillo. He had a double in the third and then struck out swinging in the fourth. 1 for 2 with a run so far.
There it is. In the zone, 2-1.
And for Lindstead, obviously, got to think it's tough to find the zone with that type of release, especially to a righty.
That's low. A bit reminiscent of Devin Costa, the Beavers closer from a couple of years ago, who had that submarine motion but also threw it in the zone and he threw a slider that rose to hitters, and he didn't throw real hard, mid-70s, but super difficult to hit.
No doubt. Not used to seeing that.
Devin Costa in the Northwoods League this season, I saw on social media, so once a Beaver, always a Beaver. Always follow those guys on social media and see what they're up to. So Jaramillo with the base on balls.
I'll bring up Anthony Hector. Single and a strikeout, 1 for 2 in this ball game.
So a ground ball would fit the bill here. And this is outside and low. 1-0.
Well, this is where a right-handed submariner should really shine against a lefty. Feel like it's coming in at you.
Right in on the hands.
Yeah.
Pick-off move. Jaramillo is back. Anthony Hector 1 for 2 on the day. The starting shortstop for the 57s. There's a breaking ball. It's hard to tell. Was that a breaking ball?
That had a lot of steam. I mean, looked almost like a cutter in a sense. It caught the outside edge. I mean, you heard the snap of that glove.
It wasn't
But you
flat.
saw the movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost a two-seamer or a cutter. As Jaramillo jumping around at first.
There's a ground ball. Weaver fields it on to Sevier and no play at first. But they get the fielder's choice and the force out at second base.
Well, and that's all you're looking for in a play like that. You got to get an out. I mean, with a 6-run lead and a ground ball like that, yeah, obviously everybody wants a double play, but throw there and on that turnaround. Not certain if he can make a good throw. Gets the sure out. 1 out. That'll bring Adam Rowland up to the plate.
That was a breaking ball.
Yeah,
Looked
that
like he was
one
headed
had
right
some.
for his hip.
Yeah, that had some serious movement on that. That has to be interesting in the batter's box watching that ball come in across the plate.
Roland 0 for 3 in the ball game so far. That's up and out. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, fly out, strike out, ground out for Roland so far, looking for his first hit of the game.
Is that the Triple Crown?
Almost.
That's in there. Battling back. That's the next step is, okay, come in, throw strikes, be effective. Now that has to progress to come in, get ahead of hitters.
Yeah.
Not be in those 2-0 counts.
Yeah, it's always tough as a pitcher. You want to make sure you're ahead. Beautiful breaking ball there. A ton of movement, and Roland takes a hack at it. Now back 2-2.
Good to see Casey in the zone. He did struggle his first outing. I've been waiting for him to get an opportunity and haven't been able to because the Beavers have been playing so well. That's in the dirt, and that'll fill the count.
Similar pitch, just a little bit too low on that, but you can see almost like a change-up slider, a big sweeping slider from inside out to lefties and in on the hands of righties.
Pickoff move.
Just keeping him honest there in a full count. 1 out, so doesn't have to run. Don't want him to get a big jump and a big free steal, though, if you do strike him out.
57's need base runners, down 6. And that hit him.
Yeah, trying that. Looked like a breaking ball that just fell off the hands and right into the shin guard of Roland. Oh, no, sorry. No. Oh, off the heel. Well, it sounded so weird on that. It sounded like what happens when you hit a shin protector, but...
It sounded like a foreign. It didn't sound like skin.
Yeah, well, and then on the replay, you noticed he does not have a shin protector on, but right off the heel, that might be the best spot to get hit.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah. So 2 aboard with 1 out. And Lucas Geisler is the hitter. That's in there for a strike. So Lindstedt ahead 0-1 for Lucas Geisler on the day. A single, a ground out, and a walk. So pretty effective day for the left fielder.
And for the Beavers, obviously, runners on first and second. The double play is still in effect. For Roland, it's going to be on his mind right now. Get a ground ball.
Ground ball is exactly what the Beavers want. 2 balls and a strike as that misses outside.
Well, and Lindstedt already up to 17 pitches so far. As he's got his work cut out for him.
That's hit in the air to center. Hugh Montgomery over. He'll make the catch. Tag and does not go. Nice throw into the cutoff man, Ryan Weaver. 2 away.
Well, that was a big one to get that out for Lindstedt. A fly out to center. Not deep enough to advance the runner. A good throw in from Montgomery will hold him at second, and now 2 out.
Just leaned over. I don't see any movement in the Beaver pen, so they're obviously going to let Lindstedt try to have a couple innings here. Beavers on the road tomorrow in Saskatoon.
And Jake Hiramoto fouls that one off. A fly out and a 2 RBI single in the third. He scored in the only 2 runs for the 57 so far in this ballgame.
Big dude, Jake Hiramoto. Oh, Gurney thought about going down to 1.
Well, and even if you don't throw that over as a catcher, it keeps that first base runner honest. It lets him know that, hey, you're thinking about him. He can't just take off free and clear.
Rob's a smart catcher, and I know he wouldn't make that throw if it wasn't positive that he was going to get him.
Yeah, well, and that's also conversation with your first baseman. Obviously, the first baseman in behind the runner, and whether it's a hand signal, keep your head up as runners go. And a free steal there, a double steal for the 57s.
On a 1-2 count.
Yeah.
And not a bad idea. I mean,
Nope.
You're looking at, you're in a pitcher's count. You're probably a breaking ball, something off speed, and away you go. Ground ball. Weaver picks it up on demand court, who can't pick it. 2 runs are going to score. So an error, it'll be charged to Weaver on the bounce throw.
Yeah, Weaver trying to make that play. It's at a routine ground ball to shortstop. Weaver comes up firing and just in the dirt, main court, unable to scoop that one. 2 runners come in for the 57s. And really the first blunder for the Beavers so far in this ballgame. Runner takes off, throw down to second. It'll be in time.
Yep.
No, he got him.
Came off the bag.
Yeah.
We're going to get a good look at it, I think. We usually have really good camera angles there, so Graham and the crew will cue it up for us.
Well, it's a great throw here from Gurney. You see that pop time, and yeah, just on the slide out, you saw him try and put that left hand back and just not in time.
So the 57s run themselves out of the inning, but they do get a pair of unearned runs on a couple of bases on balls and an error. And 8-4 the Beavers lead heading to the bottom of the 7th when we return right after this. I disagree. New pitcher for the Swift Current 57s is number 43. And
That'll be Nathan Innes.
Nathan Innes. So we're going to get a bigger breakdown of numbers. An 18 ERA, a couple of strikeouts, and 5 bases on balls. Innes. There we go.
1 inning of work so far for Innes, so pretty small sample size, and 57's kind of having the same idea as the Beavers. Get these guys some reps, get them some throws, let them get a few over the plate and get their arms warm and used to the WCBL hitting. So
yeah, one inning, 2 runs both earned, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts.
Well, and that's probably one thing that the 57s want to clean up. 5 walks in 1 inning in those couple of runs. So we'll see if Innes can get some control as Daxton Brown will step into the plate. Third baseman today, 0 for 2. Got a walk, ground out, and a strikeout.
There, Dax Brown steps in. 8-4 Beavers lead. Dax takes strike 1. Top of the order, Hugh Montgomery. No, sorry, Gunnar Ferguson is the 9 hitter today. Much more team speed this year for the Beavers. It's so obvious, isn't it?
Well, how many stolen bases have we had today? It's going to be around half a dozen. That one sails outside. Count runs 2 and 1. And for the Beavers, it just adds that certain dynamic. I mean, you saw the bunt yesterday that ended up moving runners along, stolen bases. It forces teams and other managers to have to address you differently as a ball club. Some rely on their power, some rely on defense, pitching, some on speed. one slap foul.
So full count to Dax Brown. Putting together a decent at bat here, stretching some pitches out of Nathan Innes. That's up.
Yeah, just upstairs. Brown, not a short individual by any means, but that one just on the upper part of the plate. And second walk for Daxton Brown in this game. We'll bring up Gunnar Ferguson, who's 1 for 3, single and a hit by pitch.
His first WCBL base hit. 2 stolen bases on the day for Gunnar.
Yeah, he's got a ton of speed, and we were talking about how it changes the dynamic to have that speed throughout the lineup. Obviously, you want your leadoff guys to have that kind of jump, but when your 6th batters and your 8th and 9th have those as a throw over, sails towards the fence, and that's going to move Daxton Brown at least to second. He takes off for third, and he'll stand in there easily. First to third on a error, pickoff attempt.
Now that one had to be thrown.
Yeah, well, and he was there by quite a ways, and the throw over just sails wide, and Daxton Brown will take off and able to coast in without a throw. And now a runner in scoring position with none out for Ferguson.
Dax showing some good speed, so a chance for Gunnar Ferguson for his first WCBL RBI. A ground ball to short. It's bobbled there. Brown's going to score. So we'll see if they award an RBI on the play.
Boy, that's a tough play. You saw that ball kind of change directions. That thing had spin
Big
off
time.
off kind of the hands, and you see it change directions there, and just off the fingertips of the glove. And with the speed of Ferguson, no chance for a throw over at first. So we'll see if it's an error or an infield single and an RBI.
Man, did it check up? So it's not.
Well, it looks like a fielding error.
Okay.
Yeah, they call it an E6. I guess technically he did get his glove on it.
They did give him an RBI.
Yeah.
So Dax was going to score on the play, so they awarded the RBI, but still it'll go down as an 0 for 1 on the at bat. So good for Gunnar to get the RBI. Did his job, got the ball in play.
Well, yeah, and doesn't matter what the score keeper says. All it matters is 9-4.
That's right. Hugh Montgomery, who's had a pretty solid day for the Beavers as well.
Yeah, 2 for 4, triple, stolen base, and RBI. He's got a triple and a single.
Quite an unusual triple, where it was hit not too deep, but when it hit with the spin, it kicked directly towards the fence, and Hugh running hard out of the box, easily to third base. Kind of like Dax Brown on the pickoff.
Honestly, yeah, very much the same. Just understood that was going to be a hard play to make and gets a triple out of it.
Yeah, if they do get you, you tip your cap.
Yeah.
Because that would be the best throw since Bo Jackson.
And Montgomery now count full.
Runner goes.
Oh.
He hits him right on the hip. Not happy.
No doubt. That one stings. And that was not on Innes. I mean, we talk about intent every once in a while with a pitcher. Innes had 5 walks in his first at-bat. That's a 3-2 count. You want to get him out. You're down 5 in this ball game, and you end up plunking Montgomery. Now you have 2 speedsters on the bases instead of 1. And that was what that talk, and now we're going to have a full-on mound visit here.
So Joe Medill with 2 aboard and nobody out. So some activity down in the Swift Current pen. We're trying to get a number here. It's got a 5 in it. It's number 5. So we will go to the roster page here.
AJ Aruda.
Yeah, he was up a little bit earlier, so.
He might be the shortest player on the 57's roster, standing 5'6", 150, a right-hander.
And when you look at him, he looks like husky, like
Yeah, he's got some.
thick.
Yeah.
9-4 Beavers lead. Ennis misses outside for ball 1 to Medill. Joe seeing a lot of left-handed pitching today. 0 for 3.
Yeah, he was hit by a pitch in the 4th, but other than that, a couple flyouts and a strikeout.
Good location there by Nathan Ennis, 1-1. "15 pitches, only 6 strikes for the left-hander. Look close, but it's down.
Yep.
2-1. Outside. Ennis is a taller pitcher.
And stands about 6'1", 6'2". Oh, no. Whoa. 6'4", 185. That's more the prototypical pitcher size nowadays. You look at MLB pitchers, stand 6'6", 6'7". You know, it's that one down for ball 4.
And Ennis, a higher arm slot, not quite as high as Trey Savage, but
Yeah.
not a 3/4 slot.
We might see if he subs out for Aruda, or Aruda subs him out, we might see the biggest size discrepancy in WCBL pitching history for a little while there. 6'4" to 5'6".
10 inches.
Yeah. As Austin Boylan takes first pitch strike, walk, a single, and a double. RBI for him so far.
Boylan really starting to heat up for the Beavs. Big swing and a miss there. Nothing in 2.
Well, and a big opportunity. Bases loaded, none out. Try and drive some runners in. Really put this game away.
Fly ball is fine. Ground ball foul.
And you just want to put it in play. In an 0-2 count, just bat on ball is all you're thinking about if you're Boylan in that box.
Inside, close to clipping his hand, but
Oh, and boy, that would have been real bad for Ennis. A free hit by pitch. It would have been his second of the inning, and I would have drove in a run. Tight in on the hands.
breaking ball inside.
I'm not afraid to test that inside part of the plate. As a pitcher, you can't shy away from any part of the play. It doesn't matter what your previous result is.
That's lifted foul over the screen, out of play. So a lot of pitches getting worked in this at-bat, so that's 6. This is pitch 7, and the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count.
Yeah, already up to 25 pitches in the game for Ennis. And now full count, bases loaded, none out here in the bottom of the 7th.
Nowhere to put him.
Got to throw a strike here.
He misses outside. Look close.
Yeah. Well, and what a great eye there from Boylan. Understanding that one was just enough outside. A walk drives in a run. That'll make it 10-4 here in the bottom of the 7th.
So the Beavers respond to the 2 spot with 2 of their own. Exactly what you got to do.
And they'll bring another big bat and Braden Maincourt up to the plate. RBI single in the first as he takes first pitch strike, and then a ground out and a walk. So 1 for 3 for him. Great day so far, though.
0-1 the count to Braden Mancourt. Curveball backdoor.
Love that.
Yeah, we're on the edge.
Yeah, well, that was a great pitch. Backdoor breaking ball. Catches. That's a tough pitch to try and hit.
There's a lot of tough lefty-lefty matchups. The Beavers, a lot of left-handed hitters in the lineup today.
Yeah. Well, and Innes with that good movement on that breaking ball, and that pitch trying to get him to chase something outside. Maincourt not biting. We'll see what he does here. 1-2.
Will Sevier on deck. Still nobody out. Mancourt reaches out and slaps one to right. That's going to drop. RBI single, Brian Mancourt. His second RBI single of the ball game.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there. Not trying to do too much, just throwing the hands at that. We'll take a look here. You see him just throw the hands, bloop it in for an RBI single. Not trying to do too much. Obviously, when you see bases loaded, you start licking your lips a little bit, try and maybe overswing, but a great piece of hitting there, and another run driven in for Weyburn.
Good response by the Beavers. Off the hands of Sevier, a little flare, and that drops. Little flare, Sevier is safe. Roggensack laid out, couldn't get it.
Yes, hit that kind of spun out off the end. You see him smiling there. Not the biggest hit of his life by any means, but the result's still a good one. Is it just a little bloop and unable to grab it at second base? RBI single. I don't think that'll be considered an error. No, it's not.
It sure shouldn't be.
No, that's a tough play to make.
And it wasn't a play where you could call an infield fly. It wasn't a pop-up, it was a soft liner.
Yeah.
And there was no opportunity for anybody to gain advantage by dropping it. So a good call by the umpiring crew to leave that out of play.
Yeah, no, that's an RBI single for Sevier, and Rob Gurney up to bat. 1 for 4 with a double. A couple of strikeouts and a flyout so far.
0-1 the count to Rob Gurney. And it hits him.
And there's a free run. And that might do it for Innes. As
another RBI for Rob Gurney.
well, none out. I mean,
yeah, here comes the skip.
Yeah. And I think we're going to see a pitching change. As that one right in on the back. Also off the heel. A little hacky sack, and that stings, but drives a run in. 13-4, as that'll do it for Nathan Innes. Once again, a tough outing for him. 33 pitches, only 15 strikes. Multiple walks and multiple hit by pitches.
Did not record an out.
And that's going to bring in AJ Arruda, excuse me.
So the line on Arruda, 4 2/3 innings pitch, 11 runs, all of them earned, 5 bases on balls to go with 2 strikeouts, and a 21.21 earned run average.
Yeah, so a bit more sample size than Innes. 4 innings of work, but 11 hits and 11 runs, 5 walks and just 4 strikeouts. As things kind of slipping away here for the 57s late in this ball game.
So, I mean, the Beavers have been in, pretty much in command the whole way. As close as it was 5-2. And, the 57s get those 2 runs and make it 8-4, and there's hope, and the Beavers respond. Nathan Innes, not the strongest outing, unfortunately for him. 3 bases on balls and a hit batsman, and the Beavers end up winning the inning and extending the lead.
Yeah, it said 8-4. Heading into the 8th, you still feel like as a team you can get a few runs. You're going to have a couple at bats to try and do so, and then you end up giving 5. And the bases are still loaded with none out here in the bottom of the 7th.
You know, you look back to Thursday night in Swift Current, where the Beavers entered the 9th inning trailing 13-9, that exact 4-run lead we're talking about, and the Beavers dropped a 7 spot before an out was recorded. So, hey, it's never, no lead is safe.
No, well, I mean, the Beavers have already scored 5 runs twice in this ball game, once in the 1st inning and then here in the 7th. So anything can happen if you can just string together a few hits, a few hit by pitches, a few walks, and ends up getting a few runs as Ryan Weaver will step into the box. RBI single in the 1st, triple in the 3rd, and strikeout in the 5th. 2 for 4 is another free run in for the Beavers on the wild pitch.
I think that's
Pass ball.
I think that's pass ball.
I had my head down, actually. I just heard it go to the fence. We'll take a look here.
Pass
Yeah,
ball.
that's a pass ball. Yeah, that's a play Machado has to make. It's a freebie, and now a 10-run lead for the Beavers.
Great work by Emmett on the camera there.
Yeah.
1 ball. And this is what I expect at this point, that the zone gets a little bigger.
Yeah, we're going to go chalk to chalk and maybe chin to knees from here on out.
This doesn't need to be a 4-hour marathon.
Nope.
And that's hit in the air to center field. That's going to be deep enough to score Sevier. Gurney tagging 2, and he's going to advance to 3rd base. A sac fly, Ryan Weaver. What a day for Ryan Weaver.
Well, his 2nd RBI now, and this one a sacrifice. Just able to get underneath that ball and put a good enough drive out to center. RBI sac fly, and an easy one as Sevier trots in and gets rewarded for a bloop that he had earlier that he was laughing about.
And Ben Hosegood is going to get a plate appearance here in relief of Dax Brown.
Looks like we got some action going on in the Beavers bullpen. Number 24 up and at him.
That'll be Jackson Sheehy, who just arrived from the Division III World Series.
Well, and this would be a great game to, especially if you're the Beavers, but even for the 57s, find out some guys. Get them in. You know, obviously for the Beavers and Hosegood now, that one a great block, saves a run. But get everybody some looks, you know, get them the rep time. We're still very early on in the WCBL season,
You know,
as you see Hosegood making his debut.
when you look at the 57s and the turnover in their roster this year, and they needed to do that, there's no question about it. That's fouled away by Hosegood. Pacheco gives chase, can't get it. Only 3 returning players, and I believe they're all Swift Current locals. But I think head coach Jarrett Franklin is still in a stage where he's trying to figure out what he's got.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, any team this early on in the season, you want to see what were the progressions that your players made throughout the college year. Did some players take a step in the right direction? Maybe somebody added some power. Maybe somebody added a little more velocity out of the pen. Things like that. As managers, whenever you get those opportunities to get eyes on those players, especially in a 15-4 ball game, it's impactful for both the winning and losing side.
And up the middle, base hit, Ben Hosegood. His first WCBL base hit. So I believe that Ben is only with us for a few more days, but I'll see what Cam has to say about that. You know, we got some position players coming the next little bit. Trevor Dale will arrive as we see Rob Gurney touch home plate for the 16th Beaver run. So good for you, Ben.
Yeah, you love to see that. Said that's a chemistry builder from your guys in the dugout. You want to come and make a good impression to your friends, to your boys, your teammates, and no better way to do that, especially in a game that's kind of running away. You get a RBI single, you can kind of laugh on your way to first base. Lots of smiles.
Van Hoosgood from Radisson, Saskatchewan. Swing and a miss there by Gunnar Ferguson. Pretty good day for Gunnar at the plate.
Yeah, 1 for 3. He had that RBI. Last at bat, he had that fielding error on shortstop, single, and ended up being an RBI. He was also hit by a pitch and 2 steals so far in this ball game.
So Gunnar has had a couple of relief appearances out of the pen, a two-way player, and obviously he can place him infield, he can place him outfield, so a real versatile guy for the Beavers. Big cut there from Gunnar. Poor Gunnar, we were Moose Jaw on Tuesday night, and I don't know how a couple of fans right behind our dugout got his name, but they were on Gunnar mercilessly. Poor Gunnar.
Welcome to the league.
He took it really well. He was all laughs and smiles, and it was kind of comical, to be honest.
As you hear,
First base occupied.
first base occupied, swung on and missed, and the first strikeout there for A.J. Arruda.
So another pinch hitter. So Eli Hansen will come in to hit for Hugh Montgomery.
And Arruda just burying that breaking ball. And, trying to get a piece of it if you're Ferguson, but unable to foul it off. And
So this is unfair to Eli because those 3 of those at-bats are incorrectly credited to him. He's 0 for 2 on the year.
okay. Well, you might as well not even look at stats early on because it's such a small sample size that it can really skew some of those facts. Right now you're looking at eye test. What's a hitter doing when he steps into the box? How's he taking advantage of a fastball? Is he reacting to the breaking ball? In certain situations now here, 0-2, 2 out, is he going to be defensive, maybe try and slap one the other way?
0-2 to Eli Hansen. And that's hit on the ground. Charged, and a tough play. Throw just in time. So that's Malachi Jaramillo with a nice play at third base to retire Eli Hansen. We're getting another look at it here.
Yeah, right off the hands and a slow roller, but Hansen didn't get the biggest jump out of the box. Look at that recovery and a good throw. Able to beat him by a step, but the Beavers, 8 runs here in the bottom of the 7th and a 16-4 lead as we get ready for the 8th inning after this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Sorry, Graham. Yes, it does. That will engage the 10-run after 8 mercy rule. Jackson Sheehy on the mound. Freshly back from winning the Division III World Series. So just arrived yesterday, the day before. He was on the bench in Swift Current. So first appearance for Jackson Sheehy. And he is an Ontario native, attends the State University of New York at Niagara. So interesting to see what we're going to see out of Jackson Sheehy when you play for a national champion. I expect it to be decent.
Well, and change as well behind the plate. Number 13 coming in. I believe that's Hansen now in catching for Gurney, if I'm not mistaken.
That'll be Owen Mayencourt.
Or that's Mayencourt.
Number 19.
Oh, that's 19. Okay, so Owen Mayencourt, the younger brother of Braden Mayencourt, as we mentioned, he will take over defensive duties behind the plate as he warms up, and an opportunity for the Beavers to close things out on a mercy rule. It would be their second mercy of the WCBL season, if I'm not mistaken. Last one back here against Saskatoon Berries, was that? on that Mercy?
We've not been on the positive side of the Mercy.
Oh,
rule.
right, yeah. Yeah, we don't want to
We've been
talk
on
about
the
that
other
one.
side of that, so I'm going to try to see who is where now. It looks like Will Sevier has moved to left field. And Eli Hansen is in at second base. We still have Weaver at short. We got Ben Hosegood at third base now. Owen Mancourt behind the plate. We still have Braden Mancourt at first. Ground ball right at Weaver. Picks it up on to first. High throw. Tag made by Braden Mancourt. Astute play there. One away.
Yeah, good play from Mancourt. Just able to field that one. You see a hard hit ground ball to short. And a high throw pulls Mancourt off the bag. And Keegan Noller, who was now 0 for 4. Tough day for him. A strikeout, flyout, and now 2 groundouts.
Okay, so Gunner is still in right.
Okay.
I think probably Joe. That doesn't look like Joe out in center field. See when he turns here.
Jake Roggensack takes first pitch strike. Or Jackson Sheehy. Roggensack a double and a ground out.
Just misses that fastball tailing away. Nice to see some movement there, not flat. Always makes it a little tougher to hit. So Sevier moves to the outfield to make room for Eli Hansen. So nobody's where they belong except Mancourt, Ferguson, and Weaver.
And Sheehy doing great work early on. Gets that first out, quickly up 1-2.
Yeah, I think Joe Medill is in center. That's lifted in the air to left. Over goes Sevier, just almost to the warning track and makes the catch. 2 away.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there. A pitch down and able to get under it and really loft it to deep left field. But Sevier ranging back, able to make the catch for second out of the inning. And an efficient one so far for Sheehy. Just, I believe that was his 6th pitch.
Pinch hitter for the 57s is Cohen Jorgensen, number 22, a second baseman by trade. 5'10", 190-pounder. And we'll see. And he's hitless in 8 at-bats on the season. So Jared Franklin looking to get the right-handed hitting Jorgensen going here.
Yeah, a couple walks for Jorgensen as he takes the first pitch for a strike, but 3 strikeouts and no hits. So 57's trying to get some guys going.
Jude Pacheco on deck. Should Jorgensen keep this alive? Ooh, that looked like a real nice pitch.
Yeah,
Just off the plate outside. Sheehy does not like it.
Yeah, well, said anytime a ball call is that loud, you know it's close.
Check swing. Did he go? And Ron Schuchuk down at first base gives the yes he did sign.
And Jorgensen didn't like that one either. You saw him throw his hands up in disbelief.
He had the hands. The hands didn't get out front of that. I don't mean the barrel did not.
It was close. It's hard to tell from here.
Really hard to tell.
1-2 in the dirt.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The count, 2 out. And Jackson Sheehy looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. Popped up. Braden Mancourt yells for it and makes the play. And that'll be the ball game. The line score of today's game, the Swift Current 57s, 4 runs on 5 hits. They committed 5 errors and left 5 base runners stranded. The Weyburn Beavers, 16 runs on 13 hits. They committed 2 errors and left 9 on base. The winning pitcher is Josh Pritchard, and the losing pitcher for the 57s was the starting pitcher, Gavin Lippa. No save in this ball game, although Jackson Sheehy closed this one out with a 1-2-3 top of the 8th inning. The next game here on Access Now will be the Regina Red Sox and the Weyburn Beavers, June 20th at 7 p.m. So don't miss that one if you're in the Weyburn area. Come on down to Tom Line Park and catch up with us here. Stop by the booth and say hi.
Yeah, and if you can't come here in person. We'll have it on Access now. Well, I think that just about does it, John.
Yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. I'm John Preddy, Dylan Fiesel alongside, and a great day for the Weyburn Beavers as they led this one bell to bell. 5 in the first set the tone. The scrappy 57s tried to battle back, but at the end of the day, the Beavers with 8 in the bottom of the 7th put this one away and cruise to a 16-4 win. I want to thank everyone from Access Now, Graham and Corey and Emmett and Laura and Jake and all the other people I know I'm missing. You all do a fantastic job every time you're in town, and we love working with you. So, yeah, on behalf of me and Dylan, have a great evening.